Late night Grin. Also, what does that name mean?
Yes, indeed, folks. The flagship once again back in business, and we're headed to the infamous. I'm going with infamous, especially on this night. The infamous Impact Zone for one of the Impact Zone's most infamous nights, and that covers some ground, folks. We have a special evening ahead of us here. Hard Justice 2006 being our focus. We have someone who's at the scene of the crime, and we have much to discuss. Expert panel, as always, Manny the Hooper. It's not actually been that long, but it feels like it has been. How are you?
Good. Okay. Never mind. These Ebu comments are throwing me off of the chat. I said, what did Ebu do? But anyways,
we'll get into it.
What didn't he do, man? You know.
Exactly, spot on. Good, correct, absolutely correct. We'll get into it. But you're good, Manny, yeah?
Yeah, I'm fine. I've been wanting to oblique kick Jesus for the last few days, but it's fine.
Off to a great start. We'll explain, because there is actually some lore here to Manny's rage, which we'll get into as we're rolling through this pay-per-view. All right. Dukes, I haven't seen you in ages. How are you?
It's been a while. I'm good. How are you, Joe?
I'm fabulous. I love being asked. I'm doing great. We should watch some Finn Balor matches sometime.
That's a good idea.
Jackie Crosby, you're coming along for the ride. You told me earlier this is your last chance to have a free Grin-filled Friday night. How are you, brother?
I'm good. Yeah, this is my last Friday for a while with college football season starting. So I'm just going to come hang out with you guys. You guys go, like I said, go about your business. I'm just here to hang out.
All good, brother. Works for me. It's great to see you having fun on a vacation, enjoying yourself, not having to worry about your usual happenings. It's great to see.
I want to go back so bad. I hate being home. It fucking sucks, man.
I didn't know he was at the beach, and I messaged this guy today about fucking Israel Adesanya. I was like, "Do you see this?" He's like, "I'm at the beach." I'm like, "Just ignore it. Don't respond to me. Enjoy the beach. Soak it up."
Listen, man. when Contrarian Alex messages me, I don't care where I am. I answer.
That is actually spot on. Yeah, correct. Speaking of Contrarian Alex, you are kind of you're our fearless leader on this project. I think it's fair to say, because I mean, again, you were there. We have photos to share throughout the night. This is going to be kind of you just leading us through this, like a tour almost.
Yeah.
How are you this evening, brother?
I'm well. You know, for those who know, I'm finally back in the workforce, and so that's been exciting. I got really excited about this new opportunity I've got, and physically adjusting to waking up at 7:30 in the morning as opposed to fucking 10 that I was at. It's been a bit of a struggle, but you know. But for the purposes of this evening, I'm very excited, man. Joe, we've been talking about this for over a year, figuring out how to do Hard Justice 2006. And, you know, we're going to have some fun tonight. You know, I've got my anecdotes and my live testimony from being there, and the show itself provides some intentional and mostly unintentional laughs, but we got some bangers on this card, man. I think Manny, and I don't know if Dukes is familiar with this show, but we've got there's, like, in my opinion, one of the top 10 TNA matches ever is on this show. So
were Manny and Dukes even alive?
Dukes wasn't, right? Was you?
Oh, yeah. I was.
Sure?
What month did this come out in?
August.
I was
August
3.
06.
I was 3.
Oh, really?
Oh,
okay. You're an old man. Never mind. Right. I thought we would absolutely not been born. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't do the maths in my head. The beautiful thing about this show is you can watch this whenever, folks. This is, you know, I know Rampage is on. The Outrunners are wrestling. It's an exciting time. Dukes, do you have the time in front of you? Like, I mean, the seconds to the minute.
No.
Can you do that like Bob would if he was here? Bob is not here tonight.
Oh, do you want me to do a countdown?
Yes, I'm entrusting you with that in Bob's absence. So when we hit the, so again, we're going to do this in a few minutes. There's no rush, folks. I want to give people time. I just want you to be ready, Dukes. Right,
Want to go
folks?
from 10 or 5?
Can you just, Manny, calm down? All right, just please, right? TNA Hard Justice 2006. Now, many of you probably asking, how am I going to watch TNA Hard Justice 2006? Fair question. We've all asked it before. The DVD is not the approach tonight. Alex has tried. He's even emailed Dixie Carter. Unfortunately, the YouTube link that we'll be using is a different length, so it would throw things off. So you want to go to TNA's YouTube. You want to go to TNA Hard Justice 2006. The title will say full pay-per-view. It will say Jeff Jarrett versus Sting. It is actually linked below here. So that's what you need to pull up for this. And in a couple minutes here, we've already missed 10, so we'll just count down in a minute. Just count down in a minute. Dukes will, to be clear. But
So,
yes, that's what you need to do. Yes, go for it, Alex.
No, yeah, this was the DVD, and this was when TNA had distribution and Best Buys, but only for some of the pay-per-views. And so you had to buy this one through TNAWrestling.com. But for perverts like myself, at the time, all the TNA DVDs had a uniform spine with the TNA logo and the same font with all the pay-per-view titles. For those old heads, Jack might remember this. UFC, the first one on DVD was I think 38 through UFC 80, all had uniform spines. And when they changed that, it drove me absolutely insane. But it was, it was a simpler time. We got all the information up here. Sadly, it doesn't say that it was the night TNA was on fire to the point of the building catching fire. But and that's I wasn't writing copy for Total Nonstop Action at this point in time.
Not yet. Confirm shoots in the chat. Look at this.
Yeah, asshole.
You reacted to him then like he was a school bully. That ruled. All right. So Dukes tonight is going to be in charge of the following things. He's going to count us down. He's going to be the timestamp official. And you're going to frequently remind the people to smash, slap, drop the like button. Because Bob's not here. He's very poorly. All right. With that in mind, everyone, we assume you've now pulled up the Hard Justice 2006. Dukes, from whatever number feels comfortable, please, within reason, please count us down and we will hit play. Go for it, Dukes.
60, 59,
30, 29.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Never a good sign when you finish your countdown and Manny goes, fuck. Already behind as we
Where are we at?
I got an ad.
Oh, that's why we don't have YouTube Plus, just
I got an ad like 3 seconds in.
Yeah, you're gonna ads gonna kill you. You do this. It's a tough game in that regard.
Wait, do all you guys have YouTube Plus?
I have an ad blocker.
K5, Dukes, K5. We don't have ad blockers. What are you talking about?
So
we're partners.
I have a VPN. They can't get me.
I was canceling all my subscriptions, and the last one was YouTube Premium. I looked at it, I said, I can't go back to the old ways.
I've come so far.
The NFL Sunday package deal, that's like $300. I did that for the first time last year. There's no way I can go back to just normal football now. Like, I have to have that every year. That gimmick where you can watch like 4 games at once. I would have 3 TVs with all 12 games going at once. It was like the greatest day of my life every week.
Well, I thought I was going to be that way with the NBA League Pass until I found out I can't watch fucking Spurs games on there.
Oh, you're region, like you're locked out?
Yeah, I know that was the thing.
Vince McMahon making sure no one in Michigan can watch WrestleMania 3, that type of shit.
I get free NBA League Pass with CBS, but the problem is I don't give a shit about the NBA regular season, so I never use it. They're like, every year they're like, here's your league pass. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
One of the comments is Christian Cage is Bailey. I mean, he does have a pretty good dumper.
Jesus, this is early. Can you build up to these sort of things?
BBL Christian.
All right, so the date is August 13th of 2006. My family, I was in college at this point. I would have been 19. My family was planning one of our, every few years we like to go to Disney World, and this time they wanted to go to Universal. And when they told me what weekend on the calendar it was, I was like, this is my time to shine. Because keep in mind, this is when like I am sober of the World Wrestling Federation.
Sober.
The only television wrestling product that I peddle, and I peddled hard. I went to WWE Homecoming in 2005 as a member of the TNA Street Team and handed out flyers, like watch this on Spike TV, that type of shit. And
wow.
So this was my product. Like, I loved Ring of Honor and PWG, and CZW had kind of already jumped the shark at this point. But when I found like the time was aligned, I was like, I am going to make this happen. And I knew just from reading like on forums and shit, it was free, and like the way you had to work it was, if you're in the park, you get first priority to get into the building, get in line. But like, I remember getting there and people were already lining up at like 3 in the afternoon for the pay-per-view that night. I was like, well, I don't want to do that. I'm at Universal. I still want to ride some rides and whatnot. So I think I got important happening right now. This pyro going off, but
yes, indeed, we'll get there.
What kind of rides does Universal have?
I mean, at that point, they still had Back to the Future. This was before the Harry Potter world. They had that awesome. I don't know if they still have it. I haven't been to Universal in forever, but they had this awesome like 3D Spider-Man ride. They had the Incredible Hulk roller coaster and shit. They had a lot of stuff. So I got in line probably about 2 hours before the show was going to start, and it was definitely a sense of like regulars. Once I got in, there was clearly like overflow crowd, like just the yokels that were like, haha, there's a wrestling show here. But there was definitely like a big conglomerate of regulars. And the most recent show at that point, big show, would have been the One Night Stand with RVD and John Cena. I remember that was like the big topic of discussion. Was that?
Sid? Oh,
and then that's Eric Young. It was that, and then whoever the next guy from Ring of Honor that was going to jump was going to be. I remember people were talking about that, and then they let you in, and it just kind of fills in, and you'll see on the shot, it's a TV studio. It looks a lot bigger on this than it actually is. That was the first thing I remember. Like, God, this is tiny.
They were actually good at that. The TNA
production
team. They were when they were getting an arena, they'd make it look like Wembley Stadium. It was crazy how well they would do that. Seriously,
the Lockdown 2013, from a production standpoint, remains so impressive of how like that was a dome that had 7,000 people in it, and they made it look like the crowd went on forever. It was quite impressive.
EY coming through the crowd here.
This is during the don't
he's
fight
doing hacksaw dig. You can't say his name.
It's worth noting. Eric Young is still in TNA.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, right? Like, I think he's, the favorite thing to do on everyone's favorite thing to do on social is talk about how wrestlers are underrated. Eric Young is, I think, an actual underrated professional wrestler. Never ever talked about. Very good, very versatile, very talented.
We were glowing over his performance in the Bob Roode Grin Grappler, that tag match. Like he was what's the timestamp? Dukes hit him with the timestamp.
5:45, 5:46.
Eric Young looks like a young Oracle.
He just needs that SCI 2017 T-shirt on, and that would be Oracle right there.
We're approaching 6 minutes, folks. So if you want to hop in,
God, Divine's straightened hair. Johnny Divine was a hell of a wrestler. Had an incredible moonsault.
Yeah.
Hell of a wrestler's a stretch. I should have just said he had an incredible moonsault.
Should have said he was a good hand.
There you go. He was a good hand. He was one of those Team Canada guys. So, Joe, in your research, did you find what the dark matches on the show were?
I didn't do any research.
I was joking. Yeah, and it's just been you and me. Like, I'm like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. So there were 2 dark matches for this that I was in attendance for. I don't know if these ever made tape. Maybe they'll make it to the TNA Vault one day. Ron the Truth Killings, first out of the curtain, got the crowd clapping. He defeated A1 in 3 minutes and 9 seconds.
Wrong.
Dark match number 2, Sanjay Dutt and Cassidy Riley defeated the tag team of El Diablo, and getting a tryout match here in 2006 was a young Jimmy Jacobs.
Wow.
And
wow, that's crazy.
he came out to like no reaction, and I remember in my fucking 19-year-old smart brain, I started doing the Huss thing, holding my hand like Huss, and he saw me and he held his hand and he acknowledged me. So I was like, he gets it, man.
You guys probably won't know why I do it, but what are like big name guys like that have to do tryouts and all that? Why can't they just
He
like
wasn't a
get
big
signed?
name guy.
Oh, he was
wasn't big
not
name.
No,
This was before.
no, he wasn't, man. It's like
He wasn't?
Jimmy's reputation and his standing grew over the years. Like in 2006, no, Jimmy was not like.
That was
And
before
also-
Age of the Fall. That was before like anything
Yeah.
he had done.
And even beyond that, history just way overstates. Like, it was still a very small audience that was aware of those guys. You know, like
Yeah.
they had bars, but it wouldn't be like, you know, people that are going to Universal and people that are booking TNA at the time. Like Dutch Mantell wouldn't have known, or who was booking TNA at the time? Dutch Cornette's there, right? Is he on the
Yeah,
committee?
Yeah,
Cornette.
Cornette's there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Manny, just to give you like a little bit of insight around, so it maybe have been the year before this, but they did like a poll on the TNA website, like which independent guy should we bring in to challenge Christopher Daniels for the X Division title, and the poll got like a lot of traction. Austin Aries won by a landslide because yes, he's an idiot, but Austin Aries at that point was arguably
superb,
one of the top 5 wrestlers in the world.
Yeah.
Fucking
And
awesome.
and then like so it got a bunch of traction, but then he came in and like no one knew who he was on TV. It's like so Jimmy Jacobs was not a name at all. But to your point, my favorite like tryout story of all time is when the WWF signed Dr. Death in '97. They made him do a tryout match.
You know, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, you've said the story before, Alex. The famous Samoa Joe TNA DVD. He has that towel about when he showed up for his first match. Like he got the impression that a lot of the other guys in TNA were like, "Oh, this is who the hype is about."
Yeah,
That was Joe. So like, you know,
tells
yeah,
us,
it was.
and this is like when Joe was the hottest commodity outside of like he has that story of like I showed up and I may be wrong, but I was met with the impression of you're it, huh?
There was
All
also
right, so
dude, Johnny Devine has been tremendous in this match. I have to say.
This is really good.
So
Yeah.
you'll see it looks like it's snowing right now. So
Yes.
we're quickly getting into the infamy of this. So when that
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, I thought that was trash. I thought that was like trash.
When the
Trash.
opening-
What?
when the opening pyro display,
It's
Manny,
so awesome.
I love you, buddy. I really do. I love you, buddy.
Look at this.
when the opening
Oh my
pyro
God.
went off, there was like a burlap sack on the catwalk that caught fire, and it started like a pitter patter, and then it started getting bigger, and everyone in the crowd's like looking up at that, like this isn't good, and then in true wrestling brain trust fashion, these guys go up there with fire extinguishers, and they're about 4 feet away, and they're just shooting at it like incessantly with the fire extinguisher, and the whole crowd's just watching this happen. I'm sorry, they're on the catwalk. This sack was like on a truss, like hanging above the ring, and they're just shooting at it, trying to put the fire out. So before you know it, the whole fucking building, as you can see, is filled with this fire extinguisher residue, and the fire's still not out. Like it's still just this like small, like,
Oh my
it's like a
God.
tiki torch style flame, and then the crowd starts chanting the roof is on fire, and I'm sitting there just like, you know, my vacation had built to this moment. I was like, if this ruins my TNA show, I'm going to be very upset right now.
Well, Alex, if this happened in 2024, you could have sued them. You know.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
if this happened in 2024, I would have like fallen down the stairs. And
I love the suggestion from Hooper there that there was no legal course of action at all in 2006. People would have just died as, oh, fuck it, it's TNA, it'll be fine.
to be like the hilarity of the TNA crowd at this point, and we'll get to it here in a minute. Oh, God bless EY. Everyone just went outside and waited to be told to come back in. And but right now,
Yeah,
look at the aesthetic is like the opening match of a 1998 Monday Night Raw, like with all
Yeah.
the smoke and shit.
Dude, the least of your worries was your safety, right, Alex? You just wanted to see Sam Joe and the lads Sting.
Dude, I was bricked up for AJ and Daniels versus LAX. I remember like that
course,
got me
yeah.
through the flight. I was just, you know, staring at the seat in front of me like, here we go.
Wow. These guys are having a hell of a match, hilariously.
Yeah.
That's like when I was gonna go see Marvel's Civil War, and the fire alarm was going off. Fucking, I was not leaving that hallway until I saw that movie. That's the same thing.
How old are EY and Divine here? Do we know? Like, I mean, EY must have been 25.
I love that his finisher in those days, the wheelbarrow into the neck breaker.
Yeah, that was sweet.
They were both D'Amore guys, right?
Yeah, look at it. Like, this is just a good
Johnny
professional
Divine
wrestling match.
screams Scott D'Amore.
Yeah, he does. You ain't wrong. He'd have been the TNA champ in 2021 if he was.
Scott D'Amore.
I gotta be honest. I don't. Oh my god, what just happened then? Was that the lighting? That yeah. Okay.
Why was there a cut?
It's a weird TNA thing they do. Their YouTube uploads. I think like they only have the ones they used to send over for like European TV deals with ad breaks in them. It's very strange. Okay, Johnny Divine was 32. So that explains why he was kind of not around as long, I guess. Because what does he do, Alex? He does the Dudley stuff, and then is he kind of done?
This is he's in the midst of the highlight of his career when he's doing the paparazzi production shit with Alex Shelley and Kevin Nash.
For sure. I mean, like,
afterwards. Yeah. He that was basically it. He was the Dudley's lackey, and then okay. All-time gimmick that got abandoned, homeless Earl Hebner.
Yeah. That
what
was
the
good.
fuck? Is that
Yeah. Homeless Hebs, we called him. The gimmick was that he was the crooked referee that helped Jeff Jarrett retain the title, and it got him fired. So he became homeless because he lost all his money because it was all tied up in this crooked affair with Jeff Jarrett. And so Larry Zbyszko now shows up with his wig because Raven shaved his head. And yeah, Hebs is telling him, if I go down, you're coming with me. And Hebner's thing was he would assault the referees, the TNA referees at the time.
Can you guys hear my fan in the background or no?
I need the chat to help me on the sound because I said this on the whatever show that was, but I can't hear a lot of the stuff the audience can hear. So if you hear Manny's fan or whatever, just tell us in the chat, folks.
At this point, they're already getting us to get out of the building.
Makes sense. Yeah, good call. So Don and Mike going to fill some time for us here?
There's going to be a lot of time filling coming up here. God, look at Don West.
Don West and Mike Tenay, I fucking love them.
Oh,
they were not appreciating their time.
That's one of those things that growing up is realizing how fucking great they were.
This is going to be a great running bit in the chat. So look at the chat informing us of what they can and can't hear is going to be fucking awesome. Because then it's going to be followed by us trying to figure out what it is.
Okay, you guys, it looks like you guys didn't know, so I pointed it out. Never mind. I should have said anything.
About hit 1520, 1521, 1522.
You're very good at this, Dukes.
25.
Bob might be in
Oh,
trouble.
this is when Loki was going by fucking Senshi. Oh, Jesus.
Senshi, yeah.
I can't fucking do this. I'm out. I can't fucking do this.
Wait, what?
Right, as the team feels... look at Mike. Bless Mike's name. One of the funniest human faces ever. Look at him. No One Gunkel was sent a super chat. We appreciate you, No One Gunkel. I would like to note in regards to super chats, while we're kind of promoting these less as of late and for a little bit here because we're about to launch our membership plan. I would like to note that today the Confirmed Shoot sent me my Briscoe's figures that he ordered me because I can't get them shipped here. And so I woke up to the news that I owed Confirmed Shoot $150, which was not quite what I expected, I've got to be honest with you. So, Jack, yes, your face is exactly what my face was as I woke to that news. So keep that in mind, folks, as you support the program.
Wait. He told you that you owe him money?
So basically,
I would never charge you, buddy. What do you want? I would never charge. He's a fucking asshole. What a prick. Son of a bitch bastard. No good motherfucker. I would never charge you for anything.
It's funny. It's very funny though, right? So
you're a dick. I'm texting him right now. You're a dick.
He got two. And he was going to send one to me, and so I'm thinking, He's going to definitely come on and go for it. I text him. I'm like, okay, I'll be fine.
Wait, how much was it? 150?
150, yeah, with postage. It was $100 postage was what it was, Jack. Fucking. I'm like, good God, we have to up the prices on everything moving forward. The shirts are now $200 each for late night Grin.
Because of fire.
Buddy, I would never do that.
Jack, what made it funnier was I was sleeping and I woke up to a text that said, "Here it is," and it was a receipt. I zoomed in and said, "What the fuck?" But it's because it's a huge, I guess it's a big, I don't know. It was fucking hilarious, though. Legitimately laughed out loud. It's one of those situations where you're owned to a degree that you can't fight it. You just got to roll with it. You know, like, all right, cool. We're getting video packages here, Alex.
Yeah,
popular.
this is the full pay-per-view as it aired, because this match is one of the ones that got canceled because of at this point they're evacuating the building. It was supposed to be AMW, the James Gang, Matt Bentley and Kazarian against the newly franchised Naturals. They were repackaging the Naturals, this Shane Douglas's new tag team. But yeah, so at this point, we're all outside the impact zone. Not yet? No? Okay.
Wow.
I must have my
I wonder a
timeline
match gets
set
cut.
here.
Anyway, No One Gunkel said, pretending Dukes is Bob is offensive to both parties. To all
I agree.
parties, even. There you go. Thank you, No One Gunkel.
Fucking
Okay.
cricket.
Okay. Mad King is on Collision to talk about the All In. Anjan says Super Chat to tell us this. That's cool. I'm glad Eddie should be on TV as much as possible. That's great.
yeah.
Why is he talking about All In? I mean, he's not even British.
Solid logic.
Alex, are any of these photos, can we throw any of these up yet, or you got a clear timeline in your mind?
Oh, not really. Yeah, you can throw some of them up.
Because we got this one. We got the EY one, right?
All right, Confirmed Shoot has shown me the receipt.
I didn't say he lied. It just scared the fuck out of me. I was just trying to get super chats.
This is all receipt, Joe. Go on, watch show.
Was it like a PDF of the receipt, or was it like he took a picture of the receipt?
That's a fucking picture of the receipt.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's so
I'm
weird.
changing my tune. Respect it.
Here, look at this. Look at this.
Oh my
So
God. Look at the locks.
Oh yeah.
EY,
Oh my God.
no awareness as to where your camera's at here. Just look at him. He needed to go to the performance center before he took this. Look at that. If you'd
No
have
sense of
met
the
him,
hard cam.
yeah, if you'd have met him after Sanity, he'd have got that shit now. They'd have been perfect.
Wearing one of my all-time favorite wrestling T-shirts, the AJ Styles baseball jersey that had AJ Styles and the old font and
Look at the hope in your eyes, Bubba. Look at
That's some great hair.
that right there is a man who has been part of the TNA Street team.
How long did you keep your hair long for?
I've grown my hair out a couple times in my life. That time was about a year and a half. A couple years ago, I grew it way out to like halfway down my back.
So you can
And,
have.
I donated it to Locks for Love. The last thing I did with it was I cosplayed as Bull Nakano at Spring Break 2, and I had my hair like spiked up. It was pictures of that exist.
I was about to say you can go through different hairstyles like CM Punk real quick, or
Not as quick. Need to follow his lead, man. Need to bulk up. Tear a muscle every 3 weeks. You know. All right, so now I see it. Yes, you can see behind them. They've cleared people out. They evacuate the building. It's raining in Orlando, and there's like fire trucks out there. And what they do to quell like the uncertainty and unrest of the crowd, is they send out a gaggle of wrestlers like in gear to like talk to us and be like TNA. And one of the people they send out with just no regard
Was
for her
you.
well-being is me. Yeah, they sent Tracy Brooks out there to talk to people, and did I send you the picture of me and Tracy Brooks? Yeah,
The greatest photo of all time.
yeah, totally coupled up. She was very sweet, very nice. At like that age, I was kind of naive to it. Now I look back, I'm like, why the fuck they sent her out there by herself?
I am so jealous of that picture.
Man, like that's crazy. Like the roof could have been on fire, and just to calm everybody down, we'll just send some wrestlers out there to talk to you. Like, no,
Yeah, the building could be burning down, but we'll send out Tracy Brooks, Lance Hoyt, and shits. I can't remember who else came out.
They couldn't
But-
even send out fucking Christian or something like that. They
Oh
just-
no! They still, in case the building was fine, we had to protect kayfabe, brother, and maintain. They should have sent Scott Steiner out just to like chase people around with a lead pipe.
Dude,
Ah! Big bad
Jeff
booty
Jarrett.
daddy.
I don't know if Jeff's done an episode about this. He's built for shit like this as a promoter, though, right? Like you can
Oh, yeah.
imagine Jeff, like Tracy, go.
But yeah, it was pretty funny because like I don't know what you can compare it to. Wayne's World, the street hockey they're playing. Like literally, what happened was everyone there just went outside and stood out until they said come back in. Everyone's like, okay, game on. It wasn't like people were fleeing in terror. I do remember that night, like tales of how big the fire was were dramatically exaggerated on the internet, which is always tremendous.
Mhm.
But this whole incident, because Christian Cage is an incredible wrestler, leads to his promo later. My dad was with me. It was me and my dad that went. And my dad still brings this up to this day as far as like wrestling memories. And Christian's promo later in the evening, he goes, Jeff Jarrett, I didn't think you could stoop this low. You tried to set the building on fire to get out of this title match tonight. You ain't going nowhere. We got Orlando's finest on the job, baby. And I just remember my dad just sitting there going, ha! Like, you know, like almost like a Hank Hill type
Yeah.
laugh.
God bless.
Yeah.
Dukes, do you know what people would tweet if this happened nowadays?
What would they tweet?
Legentil activity.
What's that even mean?
Exactly.
Exactly right. That's the correct response to that.
Alex, maybe you can tell me about this. I have this shirt. Can you see it?
Slammiversary? I can see
Yeah.
it says Slammiversary.
Which pull it up a little bit higher so we can see. 20. Yeah, move it aside.
09.
That's the one we did, bro. Was you on that show, Manny? I don't think you was on that show.
No.
Yeah.
I got this shirt off eBay a few years ago thinking it'll fit me and it doesn't. So it's just been sitting in my closet. And I have no idea about the history of this shirt.
I remember now.
That's
That was
cool
the
looking.
show that, like, at the very last minute, something came up. You couldn't make it. We were going to do a watch
Yeah.
on for that. Yeah.
I have a couple like random Goodwill find shirts that like will never fit me, but I had to buy. I have a Vladimir Klitschko versus Samuel Peters event T-shirt that I found in medium, and I was like, this will never fit me, but I have to own this.
Samuel Peters, isn't it? I haven't heard that name for a long
Holy
time.
shit!
Yeah.
Big Sam.
It was dead stock too, never been worn before. I was just like, yep.
Daniel Peters.
Wow. Didn't he knock him down a bunch in that fight? Wasn't there like
Yeah.
a bunch of knockdowns? Yeah.
There's like a famous picture from that where he's jabbing him and his face is just like concaved around Klitschko's hand. Weird legacy that guy's gonna have. Klitschko, that is.
Yeah. Well, it was generally the people weren't very interested in that era, so it's difficult.
Which Klitschko is that? Is that the president or?
I mean, they're both soldiers. Vitaly was the one. I mean, they were both in the government, but Vitaly, I think, was the higher ranking official. I think the easiest way to decipher Vladimir to a lot of people is he was the one that was married to Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah. And he's also the one that didn't fight Lennox Lewis.
Yes,
That
he's
helps.
the one that didn't make Lennox Lewis run away from boxing. So,
That's
speaking
a
of
hell
which,
of a fight, as long as it lasted. Though.
oh, dude, yeah. Speaking of which, are we gonna have Lennox Lewis leading Will Ospreay to the ring next Saturday or next Sunday?
Fucking, we better.
God, that'd be so fucking cool.
If he don't, I will. After what Maxwell did last weekend, I got home one.
Bro, that fucked me up when I found out Lennox Lewis is from England, man. I thought he was from the
What,
States.
Manny.
Did you ever watch him fight?
When did
I've
you
just seen highlights.
Manny, I need to know, when did you find out Lennox Lewis was from England?
Maybe like a few years ago. It fucked me up. I was like, he's British.
To be fair, there was always the Canadian. That was a big debate here in his career, right? It was like a lot of the Brits they didn't love Lennox because he was
All right, Joe.
in the Olympics. He represented Canada, right? Correct. Am I right about this?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe,
Yes, mate.
Confirm Shoot wants me to tell you something.
I bet he does.
They appear to be putting Scorpio Sky with Private Party.
Well,
Scorpio Sky still has like a job in wrestling.
yeah, he
He
does.
does. Yeah.
Right on. Okay, we're
Man,
replaying this video package. All right, now I'm thinking they could have tightened this up a little bit for YouTube presentation, but
Yeah.
No, I'm with this, honestly.
What?
I'm with this. I hate that they've changed the Mania where it rained. I think it's lame. Let it rock, dude. Fuck it.
on Peacock they have like that segmented or separated half hour. That was the rain delay, and if they
That's
keep
not
it in here,
the truth, though, Alex. That's not what happened. It wasn't separate. It was part of the damn show, you know?
yeah, it was
I
awesome.
need to watch
And
these
that's
dudes.
yeah, never mind. Fuck that. I'm glad they didn't clean this up because we're about to get also to Don West and Mike Tenay standing in front of fucking fire trucks running down the card, and we get a couple impromptu promos here, and one of which is fantastic. But yeah, you're exactly right. Jeff Jarrett right now, while these video packages he's backstage, like, Connie, you go work the concessions. Monty, you get out in front of the camera.
Funny. Okay, are we getting a Bing Bong and Contrarian Grinalong for Bob Lashley's upcoming boxing match? He's boxing? That's a really bad idea. Someone should stop him.
Yeah, here we
Wait,
go. Man, look
where's
at
he
JB.
boxing?
Oh, is this the Monty Brown one?
Man, JB, Twink Summer going on over here.
He works for the RBF, right?
He does.
Deuce, give me a timestamp.
2850, 2850. One,
Oh, shit.
2, 3,
All right.
4.
I'm ahead. I'm at 55.
I can't say Bob Lash, but I'm wearing Joe down on maybe bringing in some hybrid footage
Yes.
to the late night Grin. Maybe some
There'll-
Scott
hybrid.
Ledoux, Larry Zabisco boxing matches.
Oh.
We'll see.
I think
There'll
I'm
be
a
some
hybrid
shoot
too.
fight stuff. There'll definitely be some shoot fight stuff. Someone should tell Bob Lashley to not box.
Yeah, that would be a really bad idea.
So if he loses the boxing match, if you're Tony, do you pay him less or more? I mean, what do you?
You fire him publicly.
Well, didn't
Do
you
you
see
want my
all those
opinion
tra-
on what Tony Khan would do with money? He would find a way to spend the most and do that.
Did you guys see all those trademarks that were filed today? The Hurt Syndicate.
No. Well,
No.
Yeah.
Beatdown Clan? Bring back
Wow.
the Beatdown Clan, baby.
Sam
Well,
Joe's there. Why not? Fuck it.
There was a trademark filed today for the Hurt Syndicate, and it was under the same company that filed for MVP in 2013.
Beast.
So it's going to be MVP, Lasher, and Shelton
Yeah.
at least.
They need a young gun in there, but that'll be cool. That'll be cool.
Dude,
Ricochet?
Mike Tenay has one of the greatest, like, just bemused white man faces ever. When
It's
he's like,
unbelievable.
he's just listening and he's
The worst thing we ever did was, and I think it's Dave's fault. Sorry, Dave, I'm blaming you for this too. But you know, like the fact we're supposed to, like, Mike's a very serious analyst, and it's like, yeah, of course he is. But have you seen his face? It's one of the greatest faces ever. Why are we? He's been
his
wasted
mad
on
face, like when he's interviewing a heel and he's just like angry at the situation.
Him.
He's got that really tight lip. It's beautiful.
So I didn't know who Mike Tenay was besides the half five gif. And then, have you guys ever heard his podcast with Dave Meltzer like a year or two ago, where they broke down the Observer Hall of Fame?
I haven't, but I know that he is fabulous in that kind of format. So I
Yeah,
imagine
that-
it was good. Yeah.
After listening to that, I was just like, he should be in the Hall of Fame. I
He-
voted after listening to the podcast. I voted Tenay in the Hall of Fame.
all-time Mike Tenay memory. Taz did his top 10 women's wrestlers in the world in like 2017, and he had Mike Tenay on to do it with him. And Mike Tenay at the 1 seed had Natalia Neidhart, and I legitimately yelled. I was in public and I yelled. It was awesome. 2017, he was like, until
Oh,
someone
Taz-
takes her spot, I'm still going
Great.
with Natalia Neidhart.
In the
Taz
comments,
had his own show,
Sorry.
right?
Yeah,
Was it good?
what was his podcast called?
like the Human Podcast Machine or something.
Just Another Podcast.
It was like a
Not for
a
nothing,
shoot.
starring Peter Sinatra.
It was a good show, man. It was good.
Someone in the comments, Grant brought up Mike Tenay's face when Don West turned heel, and that's such an incredible segment of when Don West is like, "Why don't you just pull Sting's pants down and kiss his ass too?" And then Mike Tenay is just so indignant. What are you talking about?
I have to say, and TNA gets a lot of shit, and rightly so. They actually handled this quite admirably, to be honest. This is an insane thing to go through.
For a company that we now especially know how just like by the seat of their pants they were flying, the way they pull this together, and then also, and I'll talk about it when we get there, the way this like show comes together. There is one stinker. Gail Kim wrestles Sorelda, the big Canadian experiment, but yeah, this was exactly, they pull it together well. Dukes, what's the timestamp? I hit my remote.
32, 53, 32, 54, 55, 56, 57. About to hit 33 minutes.
Man, I wish I was directing this. I would have went to the firefighter and asked
look-
for a post game, just like how.
Tell me what you saw in there. How'd you approach it, dude? Don West with the one hand on the hip. God damn.
What a fascinating building that is. Look at it. Look at it without no one there. Look how small that building actually is. Mad, isn't it?
So when you're doing this, you got to wait to put out the exciting matches because everybody's gonna be going to the restroom again, getting drinks, or what do you do? When you're in this in there?
Everything's getting chopped up, is the understanding, right, Alex? Like they had to change. Yeah.
I think 2 matches got cut. I know that 4-way tag, and I think 2 got cut.
Yeah.
The first match when we get back in, just to get to that point already, when we come back, hilariously, the last Grinalong we did was that Prestige show, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
So that's funny because that had Alex Shelley versus Chris Sabin, and the first match back from this is Alex Shelley versus Chris Sabin, which was supposed to be Chris Sabin versus Kevin Nash, and this was supposed to be the one where, because Nash beat Sabin at Slammiversary, so ideally Chris Sabin was supposed to beat Kevin Nash here. Day of the show, Kevin Nash ain't feeling too good.
He did that a lot.
You'll see, it's like because Kevin Nash is legitimately funny. The condition he shows up in is hilarious, and I can't remember if it was the TNA website. Something at the time reported that Kevin Nash, they asked him what his injury was, and he said he had thrown out his back or something, teaching Tito Ortiz the defense for the triangle choke. Like he made up something ridiculous like that. There was a pay-per-view later in this year in 2006 where Nash was managing Shelley, and he came out with his arm in a sling. And Don West is like, "What happened to you?" And he's like, "Well, I was working at the Budokan last night. Tried to triple Hurricane Rana." He like makes up a move name that doesn't exist. He's like, "I tried to triple Hurricane Rana off the top rope and didn't work out for me very well."
Wow. Tremendous stuff. Folks, while Eric Young cuts his promo here, Dukes has a suggestion on what you can do with the like button.
Hit that like button, folks. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Slap the like button. Chop the like button. European uppercut the like button.
Wow. Shades of Claudio. Big Swiss.
Giant swing the like button.
Oh, shit.
My God.
I don't have anyone strong enough. Here he comes.
Oh, yeah.
Alpha male. Man. All right, I'm going to turn this up.
Yeah, this is famous stuff right here. Oh baby. We all got to tune in for this, folks. Jesus wept. I feel like he's talking to me.
Should pick.
Oh fuck!
Oh. As soon as I pick up the ball,
get him, Mike.
Look at him!
That's an awesome camera angle.
Bro, you see Tenay look him up and down? That was crazy.
Oh God. He's the greatest of all time. He's so God, that was incredible. TNA. Man, was he money, huh? Wow. Do you think he's got one of the biggest what ifs ever?
Yes.
Look at Mike. Unbelievable. Don. Why is Don standing like that? Is this his most famous promo? This one's, let's see it clipped a lot, right?
And I am him. Yeah, it's got to be up there.
God, he was just can't miss. Unbelievable.
Mike.
Stop laughing. I can't. Look at Mike. He's talking to him. It's like when McGregor and Mayweather did their presser, but it's Mike TNA and the Alpha Male. Here they come.
We're piling back into the impact zone, baby.
The TNA Street Team is here. EV2.
I'm looking for Alex.
EV2 has returned.
The pounds.
He's fucking awesome. I have to say,
What a beat.
Fellas.
the timing on me saying we're going to all listen to this, and then the first thing I heard after the word came out was Fat Joe, and I was like, Jesus.
Fellas, I don't mean to overstep my bounds by saying this. Monty Brown should have main evented at least one WrestleMania by this point in history.
He should have been a millionaire many times over.
And the pounce was such an awesome move, dude. And now it's like kind of like one of those famous. Here's me. Yeah, if you want to look for
God,
me, here I
Alex.
am.
Oh shit! That's Billy Gunn, not Billy Gunn. What's his tag team?
That's not Chuck Palumbo.
No, it's not.
Nor is it Bart Gunn.
Nor is it Road Dogg.
I was thinking Road Dogg.
Road Dogg, what the fuck, man?
Man, I had sunglasses like that too. Man,
We got to point out
this 2000 style is crazy.
We've done 2 recent TNA Grinalongs, and this fucker has been on both of them. The franchise, brother.
Got the fucking music. Yeah, at least in this case, he's not wrestling.
Yeah, this is much, much less pathetic.
Naturals were a pretty good team.
Yeah,
they were very bland, but they were solid. They had good fundamentals. Is that how we'd say it, Joe?
That's how we say it. Yeah, mate.
Is he still alive?
Shane Douglas.
Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
He had a podcast recently. He still does. Chat, does Shane Douglas have a podcast? Actually, no. I think Stevie Richards has taken his podcast.
There is a Chase Stevens, the blonde kid with the ball-bearing necklace in the background there. There's a match from like 2015, 16 that good brother Mike, formerly known as the Fray Movement, sent me of it's Chase Stevens and Cassidy Riley against Tim Thatcher and Drew Gulak in like Biloxi, Mississippi. It's some like Southern style tag match that Tim Thatcher wrestles. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Double heat, brother.
So
here's this guy.
So who is the ECW champion? He was the original ECW champion.
Shane Douglas.
Shane Douglas, yeah.
Wait.
He's just got a beard, mate.
He denounced the National Wrestling Alliance and threw the belt on the mat. much to the chagrin of Dennis Carluzzo.
But
it's wrestling, man. It's not that complicated, Manny.
No, but I'm thinking of a guy, but I thought he was dead. He was in ECW too.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah,
he was short. He was blonde, I think too.
Chris Candido, who you're thinking?
Yeah, Chris Candido.
Yeah. Confirm shoot. You were here. Hello.
Hello.
What is Rampage ended early or something?
No, I just got bored. Adrian's not here. I was watching the show by myself. We know how that goes.
I like your shirt.
Which match have you missed? The Outrunners or?
No, it was the MXM and Top Flight. I watched Top Flight's entrance and popped huge, and then I turned it off. I'll watch it later.
Shelly's armband that says Kev.
So I got Jack Crosby's text message in all caps.
I bet you did. He's very colorful.
And I was very concerned for a second. And then I realized what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got more concerned that perhaps I had gotten scammed in this process. And so now I've looked up the USPS shipping tables and have discovered that, in fact, that is how much this shit costs now.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised.
Like I will readily admit that I paid like an extra $5 to $10 for them to pack it up for me. I did that intentionally because I knew I was getting paid back for it, and I didn't give a shit.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
What the fuck, man?
No, what happened? The confirmed shoot was someone's
Kevin
going
Nash is incredible.
Yeah, my bad, Alex.
No, you're good.
Someone's going to super chat, and I used it as a way to plug the super chats. I said we're not going to plug them much right now because we've got our membership thing coming up. But I said it is worth noting that I just did $150 today on an action figure set. And Jackie Crosby, and I swear, I mean, the lads were all here, people watching. Jackie Crosby went on a tirade.
Yeah.
He said he's a piece of shit. It was unbelievable.
I mean, to be clear, I didn't think that, but I was just like, it freaked me out. Because I've never shipped anything internationally before.
It's a pretty big deal too, right? The way they've packaged it.
Yeah, like I went. Yeah, that was part of it. Is the box is 4 pounds. But I went there thinking it was going to cost me like $20. And the best part was I was standing there, and to be clear, I bought the cheapest option. The next option was $300.
Should have just flew out yourself and give it to him.
Right. But I'm standing there, and I'm like, I'm sure everyone's been through this moment, but you go into something thinking it's going to cost one thing, and then they quote you.
You're too deep in, right?
And you can't sell it either. So I just kind of had to stand there, and in my head, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And that's when I started texting you immediately, even though I was still standing in front of the guy.
I was unconscious, and I woke up to the receipt, and legitimately was like,
yeah.
Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley are about to start wrestling, folks. The thing that made it funnier, of course, was the confirmed shoot re-upped our StreamYard last month, maybe earlier this month. And I said to him at the time, sort of playfully, really, because I didn't realize what was ahead of me in the postage fees. I said, that's fine. I'll sort this out with you once we know how much I'm costing on the Briscoes. Suddenly, I was looking down the barrel. My funds for the month had been slashed. I was in agony. I had to cut a deal with Matt.
Because when you, if you hadn't mentioned the StreamYard thing, I had completely forgotten about it, and I never would have asked for that money. I had completely forgotten already.
That sounds.
Oh,
one time I tried to sell a fake Rolex to a guy in Japan for $300. So it cost me $75 to ship. Turns out he never paid me, so he ended up robbing me of my fake Rolex, and I just lost out on $75.
Hey, Manny, you have fraud spelled wrong.
Which, actually, interestingly enough, explains the story you just told. The lads are grappling. Alex, we have a wonderful photo here. Look at this. Look at this one, folks. Look at this.
God, that's so real.
Look at this.
It's a great camera, man. What kind of camera is that?
Look at that. Shelley on the entrance there.
Yeah, this is back in. So some of the pictures we have tonight are actual film, and the other ones were from the advent of digital cameras. I remember taking a disposable camera, which I don't know if Dukes or Manny know what the fuck those are. But,
I know what disposable camera is.
where you'd buy them for like $5 back in the day, and now at Walmart they're $40 because they're nostalgic and whatnot. But printing them actual on film. But yeah, this was when we get back to it. God, I can't stop laughing at Nash here.
Walmart doesn't even print out your pictures anymore if you have that disposable cameras. It takes some weeks to do it.
That makes sense. That was back in my day. Take the places that advertise 1 hour photo. That's what it meant. Was you took
Walgreens.
Didn't Robin Williams do a picture? Wasn't he one of those fellas in a movie once?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a movie called 1 Hour Photo that's very disturbing. You never seen it, Joe?
I think I have. Yeah, I think I've seen it. Isn't it got like a really strange sort of moral ending? When I say moral, I'm not trying to spoil it.
There's like it's a quandary to it. But like,
yes.
Yeah, it was a departure, and God, Robin Williams is creepy as fuck in it. But also big pop at JJ's comment there.
I'll tell you what, this is a good wrestling match
on this piece of shit.
Dukes. Timestamp.
What's the timestamp, bro?
47, 53, 54, 55, 56. Sorry, I zoned out.
That's fine. Awesome. Bob would never. Dukes is in charge of timestamps. He was in charge of the countdown, and he's in charge of telling people who like the video.
Like the video.
When I came on here, right before I came in the stream, I turned on the wrong Hard Justice pay-per-view.
Respect.
I opened 2009 for some reason. And then, ironically, when Joe Holbert announced that here comes Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, that was happening on my screen because they opened that pay-per-view apparently.
And
it took me a minute. I was like, wait, what is happening?
We're just waiting for you. He'll be here any second, fellas. Man, these guys, and I say this with love, I think they're still really good wrestlers. You just don't realize how much quicker fellas were until you go back and actually watch the tape.
And some of the things they're doing here is just like that spot, that fall. I don't want to sound too smarky. That Shelley took over the top there, where he just took a hip toss and just landed on his ass on the floor. Like, now that'll slow you down if you do too many of those.
For sure, mate. We even did yesterday. We watched the AJ Finn match from TLC. And even those two fellas who, it's not that long ago, really. It's a great match, but guys are slowing down, and sometimes you don't realize. Well, I don't realize anyway. I'm too swept up in the drama. The romanticism of old grapplers gets me. That was against the rules, what Shelley just did there.
Very much so.
Unsportsmanlike.
Oh.
Why are they fighting each other?
This is pre...
That's what I was thinking.
It's actually... There's a paparazzi deal, and Nash was supposed to wrestle Sabin, you said, Alex, right?
Why don't people do cool stuff with rings anymore? Nash
was supposed to wrestle Sabin, and he may have been losing, so he decided he couldn't wrestle the match, actually. So
yeah. The month before this, or 2 months before this, the feud was Kevin Nash and Chris Sabin, and Nash had already beaten Sabin, and this was theoretically the match that Sabin was going to win. So like the day of the show, Nash was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
And so he wrestles Shelley here, and I mean, these guys that are probably at this point already wrestled each other 200 times, so better.
Yeah,
one of the things Doppler
this
effect.
is the second time we've seen this match on a Grinalong in the last.
Yeah.
I just mentioned that earlier. This is has a bit of a different pace.
Yeah,
it does.
The Kev armband, the black armband, is fucking hilarious. And what I do remember specifically was I went to the show wanting that Paparazzi Productions T-shirt, and it sold out immediately. I think there were 2 merch stands that they had at the show, and both of them immediately sold out of that shirt. So I bought the Samoa Joe shirt.
So when did they start teaming? Because wasn't they teaming in Ring of Honor first?
They were teaming outside of TNA before they brought them together. Yeah, because of Grin Grappler fame, the
Briscoe's match, right?
Briscoe's match. That's when I think Shelley was still a heel and Sabin was a babyface in TNA, but they went into Ring of Honor as bad guys.
Oh, and this is a fabulous match. Carry on.
Wouldn't they get the name Motor City Machine Guns?
They're from the Motor City.
Oh.
They were originally the Murder City Machine Guns, and then TNA was like,
the what?
Murder City.
That fucking rocks. Why did they have to change it?
Well, this guy Chris Benoit came along, and then
yeah.
What happened with him?
No, absolutely not. Manny's already look at Manny's face. Look at Manny. As you were saying, the
thing was,
match. Yeah,
they were the Murder City Machine Guns, and then TNA was like, we can't put murder on a T-shirt, so we're gonna change it to motor. But yeah, they came in as bad guys in Ring of Honor, and then
I think Dispose, or something like that. Or...
they did create a character called Suicide 1 year later, but nonetheless,
as we've learned, TNA is definitely not consistent in their.
Why do you have to roll into those knees? You could just stun the knees.
Innovation. Right, let's let Alex finish what he was the answer to a question I asked 5 minutes ago. Alex, go for it, mate. Where were we at in the tag team story of these fellas?
Oh,
they were teaming outside, and then when did they come together in TNA?
When was that Briscoes match? That was 07, right? Early 07?
I want to say April 07.
Sliced bread. Oh.
So yeah, by the end of 07 into early 08, 08's when they feuded with the Dudleys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can't remember what brought them together, but it basically that happened a few times in TNA when they were still letting guys work Ring of Honor, where just basically dude, Joe, do you remember they did a feud about the code of the X Division, like where Ring of Honor shit would just bleed into TNA? That shoot interview with AJ and Daniels, he's like, they told me there was going to be an X Division code, and I said, you mean like a Ring of Honor code?
They stopped doing it because of the big snowstorm, right?
Stop doing what? Letting him work Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that unscripted 2 show that Aries and Roderick Strong got in trouble for, even though they made the TNA pay-per-view. It's because they worked that ROH show the night before. Which at that point, dude, like who they're not under contract. They don't owe you fucking shit.
Yeah, it's lame. And that was when the AJ Pepsi thing started kind of becoming a thing, right? The conflict
AJ Pepsi thing.
Yeah, they had like a weird for like 15 years. They had a really strange. Whenever they would talk about each other, they'd bury each other.
Real quick before we transition to the next match here, I do want to say that for those of y'all watching who may not be familiar with like the shirts that Shelly and Nash are wearing, the Paparazzi Productions, there's like a full playlist on TNA's YouTube of all the Paparazzi production segments. Like people in wrestling are typically not funny, and the segments are typically not like genuinely funny. Like when they let Alex Shelley and Kevin Nash,
have you seen Mercedes Moné on AEW?
I'm sorry, intentionally funny.
Come on.
But I recommend checking those out because they basically would just set up a camera and let Kevin Nash and Alex Shelley riff, and it was really funny stuff.
The one when he has the chart of who drew is fucking awesome.
What the fuck is this guy's deal, man?
James Mitchell, he's awesome.
You have to be so aggressive.
Looks weird. I mean, he looks like
of course he looks weird. That's kind of the shtick. He's managing a beard. What do you want him to do?
He was supposed to be the devil. Like, of course. Look at his fingernails and his beard and his eyebrows and shit.
Manny, I've known Alex for 7 years now, and I ask myself that question every day.
Fair play.
Could someone clip Manny just abruptly, what the fuck is this guy's deal, man? We could use that so often, please.
Manny, have you never seen Abyss? Are you not familiar with Abyss?
Yeah, I've seen that clip of Kurt Angle jumping on him. Yeah, I've seen.
Oh, dude, Abyss rules.
He was awesome, yeah.
I mean, he looks cool. I mean, I just didn't know what that guy's deal was. He looks like the Terrifier without the makeup on.
So not like the Terrifier, really?
Is that Spike?
He is Spike, yeah. He is.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, James Mitchell was fantastic. What was he in WCW when he managed Mortis?
Who the hell is that guy, too? Who's Throw?
Spike Dudley?
Oh. That's Spike Dudley?
Yeah. Rubber Run.
I guess you just got to clean up.
Not really. He was Sinister Minister in ECW, right?
He was a Sinister Minister. He was Father James Mitchell in TNA, and I'm trying to remember what his name was when he.
Oh, I should know this.
Managed Mortis.
You really should.
I just remember where I seen him before. He was the guy that did the marriage for Kip and Penelope on AEW.
Oh my god, he was. Yeah.
He did.
Really?
He did.
Everyone has
Yeah,
made an
sure.
appearance in AEW, dude. It's the actual coolest thing about AEW.
James
is like Greg
Vanderberg.
Valentine.
That was it.
Greg Valentine has been on their TV. Everyone's been on their TV.
Remember when
Very
Bischoff was on AEW?
Yeah, and he was
Multiple
billed
times.
as legendary wrestling executive Eric Bischoff.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was the
Yeah,
moderator
sells loans.
for the Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho debate.
He finally found a wrestling TV show that would treat him as a wrestling legend, and instead he opted to sell Mattel figures. Respect.
And also sell houses.
Well, yeah, I was, I don't. He's a friend of the show. I don't like go after him too much.
Yeah, thank you to Wesley in the chat. James Vanderberg. I was going to say Lloyd Braun, and then I remembered that was a Seinfeld character.
Oh,
I can finally watch my first Abyss match instead of clips.
How have you never seen Abyss, dude? That seems like a wrestler right up your alley.
Yeah, it's crazy.
and he did stuff in ROH too. He was in the Cage of Death. What Cage of Death was he in, Alex?
Not Cage of Death. He was in Steel
Not Cage
Cage
of Death,
Warfare. That was the embassy against
the
Generation
Pretend
X.
War Games.
And
Yeah.
I fooled.
The only
Very
cage
good.
match I've ever seen in Ring of Honor is the Briscoes one, where they wrestled each other. Oh wait, no, wait, that was Samoa Joe and
What the fuck are you talking about? Sorry,
Wait,
sorry,
yeah,
go again.
I understand it's easy to confuse Mark Briscoe and Samoa Joe. Very similar builds.
True.
I don't even know what Manny's
Oh
saying.
my God! Look at this guy.
Yeah.
oh, she looks like De Niro in Taxi.
Taxi Driver. Taxi was a
Taxi.
television show that had Andy Kaufman on it.
Taxi. Oh, that fucking rules. Manny's always hearing people talk about how funny Taxi was, and he's really confused. Not the vibe I got from it personally, but fine. Oh, beautiful. Is this going to fucking rule? It feels like this could rule. Am I correct?
Yes, this match is fantastic.
Abyss, mid 2000s Abyss, is another one that could have been a millionaire.
There's that story, right, where WWE was going to bring him in, and he just kind of didn't want it.
Not only did they talked about bringing him, I think they legitimately told him like they was looking at having him work with Taker, right? At Mania, I think. Was one of the stories. Because people don't realize, because it eventually became this thing where Mark had like classic matches at WrestleMania and Dave gave him 5, but the Undertaker in the mid 2000s, they would fucking, they'd give me a run with him at Taker.
Yeah, just big guys.
Like Mark Henry's the last of those.
Yeah.
Once he has the Batista match, he goes into like main event.
Taker.
Yeah, All Japan take.
King's Road take.
Go for the knee, Spike. Go for the knee.
Oh,
Holy
Hell yeah.
shit!
That's caught him.
that was such a cool visual.
Oh,
was
hell
sick.
yeah.
What a great visual that was.
The fans just hurl him back.
Wow. Wow, man. It was
Work the knees. Work the knees.
And the thing with Abyss too, when like that fucking Joseph Park stuff was legitimately like brilliant for a moment.
he
in
was
time.
great, yeah. Very talented fella.
What
Oh
the
god.
Oh,
Oh, that was a jump
Christ.
scare. Jump scare.
fuck? Is that Raven?
Yes.
Apparently.
Unfortunately.
Apparently.
Scott Levy didn't even know a camera was going to be on him. That's just how he dressed for the occasion.
I thought he had the Vampiro face paint on. That's crazy.
He's been in AEW too.
Which
Vampiro?
one?
No, Raven. He was the Raven.
I
He was
remember
a Dark Order.
Yeah.
Matt just sent me like a picture of his TV when Raven was like sitting. He wasn't in the Dark Order. He was just like sitting in the background of a segment, right?
Wasn't there like
What the fuck are you talking about? When?
In
you
Atlanta.
don't remember this?
It was in the same show that Cody did the big moonsault off the cage.
Yeah, he also narrated like a video package for them once or something.
He was like, "Hey, it's me, Raven. You're gonna watch a wrestling match tonight, okay?"
I can't remember what.
Were they teasing that he was going to be the Exalted?
Holy
I think
shit!
so.
There we go, yeah.
Oh my God!
Used to be better, fellas.
This match is fucking awesome. You're right.
Real motherfucker time, man. That's what's going on here.
Real motherfucker time.
Damn right.
You know how mad people would be now?
Oh,
Well,
This
Raven.
is not safe.
Imagine Raven.
They're not protecting themselves. Have we not learned anything from CTE?
Oh. Do we have to do the voice? Come on.
No,
Jesus.
the chair wasn't shaved down. My name's QT Marshall.
Come on.
That's the best thing in wrestling now is when they go out of their way to remind you that it's fake.
It's arguably worse than like when the WWF signed that thing in Jersey back in the day that said like wrestling's a show, because these people like log on to argue with people to say it's fake. It's like, no,
the
it's
funniest
fake.
one was that recent report where it was like, don't be fooled, folks. CM Punk and Seth Rollins are really enjoying working together.
No, it was Drew and
it was both.
But there was like every the whole night before it was, oh, these guys really don't like each other. This is a shoot. And the next day, don't worry, guys.
Yeah, it's
they're working together.
What does that do for my enjoyment? I'd rather.
Like, Jesus, man.
I don't know, man. It's weird, isn't it? It's a weird thing.
Talking about like real wrestling, though, real graps, hell of a double stomp there by Spike Dudley.
Yes.
This eventually led to one of the great chaotic matches you will ever see.
Oh!
It was Spike Dudley, Abyss, Raven, and Samoa Joe in a Monsters Ball 4-way with Jake the Snake Roberts as the guest referee.
Also been in AEW.
Is that Bound for Glory?
Yes.
Did my boy Abyss here ever wrestle the Necro Butcher?
Slicks down.
I'm trying to think.
What was the question? Necro?
Yeah, he did wrestle Sabu in a no-rope barbed wire match in which he had Sabu take a blade, stab it in his arm, and rip down.
Whoa.
So
who wrestled Sabu?
Abyss in a no-rope barbed wire match.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's a fucking bloodletting.
They did not wrestle each other, man.
Abyss.
Not to be confused with the James Cameron film.
No one actually booked Necro and Abyss.
Nope.
Oh, it happened in TNA.
Yeah.
Might have to watch that later.
He had some good matches with Jeff Hardy. He had that match with Sting. He had some amazing matches with AJ Styles.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Abyss was Abyss was a big player. Oh, I forgot Abyss bust out the curb stomp in this match.
Unfortunately, Abyss became a victim of
once they started.
Oh Jesus! Once they made the tax like a thing he did in his matches. They go to the well so often it lost all impact. You know, like he would just poor fucker would be going through them every show.
Oh,
if we do another draft, man, Abyss might make the big board.
We're doing another draft.
Having seen half of a Spike Dudley match, Abyss is making the big board.
It really gives some insight into what the Manny process is like, right? When he tells you he loves these wrestlers, it really makes you you kind of figure out what's going on there. Speaking of such, oh Jesus, go for Alex. What was you gonna say?
Real talk, Spike Dudley has to be one of the guys who got what he had to do with how small he was.
Yeah, certainly.
Just fantastic.
He's very much in the Darby archetype.
I should clarify because someone called out my "that match with Sting" quote. I'm talking about the one where Sting takes the choke slam into the thumbtacks with his shirt off.
Man. That was solely to pop Alex, and I got nothing.
Oh, I didn't hear you, brother. What'd you say?
You said something about how Spike Dudley got what he had to do, as he was so small, and I said, "Yeah, him, Carmelo Hayes."
Oh man, I did.
It's your fault, both you, but especially Alex. But I was angry earlier, and in a weaker moment, I played the card of the mellow height joke. Because either of Wrestle Furious told me that Andrade was getting strapped with a rocket ship tonight, and I text Monty, this fucker told me he was getting rocket shipped, and he did a job to a mini. And as soon as I texted, I was like, that was not my finest hour. Blaming
to be
Alex.
fair, if Carmelo Hayes got on Austin Theory's shoulders, Spike Dudley could give Carmelo Hayes a stunner.
I will say those Melo and Andrade matches have actually been really fun. Legitimately, they've been really, really good. I'm probably the only person who's watched them, right?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
I believe you.
They're very good.
I wish. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, jokes aside, like the Great American Bash match Carmelo had with Ilya was amazing. I've seen him do good stuff. It's just he's really short.
Yeah. Thanks for clarifying that.
I wish wrestlers used like one hand offense. You know, like they get the one hand and they just do stuff with it. You know, instead of just like you know when the biscuit got his head and just slammed it through like the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no, it looks cool. Yeah,
I think we need more like pushing one hand, pushing offense, like just stuff like that. I think that rules.
I love and like I've talked about some of them before too, like elongated squash matches like that where the good guy gets like moments of fire. Like that match to me is awesome. That match fucking ruled.
Yeah.
Timeout. I just realized Spike Budley was wearing thumbtacks, a TNA shirt. What is that called when it's like tie-dye?
I just ordered my tie-dye LNG shirt today.
Oh, that was you. I made $2 off that.
Hell yeah, brother.
Well, I need somebody to find that for me and send it to me. I want a shirt like that.
That was you.
I got an email and I was like, who bought our shirt?
Shows you what a booming business we have running at latenightgrinshop.com, folks.
You got it on sale.
Couldn't even get Alex a promo code.
Rhino has it just passed, so I'm glad we talked over it. Rhino has an unbelievably problematic line in this promo.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So Chad appears to have heard it.
I'm glad we talked over that, but we gave Monty Brown his propers for his.
Yeah, he called
dude. I forgot about where he does the Jimi Hendrix. Hey Joe, why are you walking around with that cheeseburger in your hand?
He's the best, dude. Awesome.
That's one. Matt, do you have any knowledge of the alpha male Monty Brown?
Yeah, I saw him in ECW.
Marcus Corbin, brother.
That's right.
I have some. Yeah, he fucking ruled.
Yeah, he was great. Oh, is it time? I think it's time, fellas.
Ryan in the chat said, "What's the timestamp, Dukes? What's the timestamp?"
108, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
You go, Ryan.
Manny, I don't think you're ready for what you're about to see.
No, this match is fucking awesome.
Young man, I'm not sure you're ready for what you're about to see.
So you're saying I should get my beverage right now before the show?
Yes.
Yeah. The show.
Before the...
Manny doesn't think we've gone live.
He thinks we're still in the green room.
This explains a lot.
Mid takes super chat. We appreciate you, brother. He says, I was a year old when this show happened, fellas. Also, 2019 WWE, 2022 RH, 2012 TNA, best to worst. The best is TNA 2012.
Yes.
Easily. Second best is 22 RH because they did 3 shows and they had FTR Briscoe matches on all of them. And then 2019 WWE is one of the most disgraceful things that ever happened.
Yeah, but we're talking about we're not bordering here. We're going 1 chasm, 2 endless.
But
dirt.
To be fair, Alex, those FTR Briscoes matches are pretty tidy.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy, man.
No question.
He was 1 year old when this happened. Damn, man.
He's younger than me.
I feel old, man.
Shout out Mid Takes. We appreciate you.
I was 25.
In the prime of your life. I was
like 7 or 8.
Here's Alex on the time.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Speaking of such, we're about to get another entrance shot coming up here. Folks, hope you're enjoying this. If you are, Dukes has great advice.
Hit the like button.
From the Serengeti.
Smash the like button.
There you go.
Slap the like button. Chop the like button. And European uppercut the like button.
Is he wearing? He's not wearing tights. He's just knee pads.
He's got the Ahmed Johnson gimmick going, where he's just got knee pads stacked up. Yeah.
Marcus Corvon. What an incredible name that was to come up with for this fella.
Jesus.
I was quite excited about him. He was good in ECW too, and then he was just gone.
Yeah, sad.
I honestly, I remember watching some of it. It had nothing on, it seemed like the flame had already gone out. But...
I don't think they let him have any personality, I don't think.
No.
I think he was just like a heavy. I think because Elijah Burke was like the promo for the young ECW guys, right?
Yeah.
I had the advantage of, the same thing that I've had advantage many times is I hadn't seen the better version.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Duke's timestamp for Beast Mode EJ.
111, 111.30. 111.31, 32, 33, 34.
Thank you, Luke's. There you go.
Oh,
Beast. The
Samoa
big man
Joe.
is back. Here's a photo. No, not that one.
Yeah.
This one. This one.
There
We'll
we
get to that
go.
one.
Spoiler.
Spoiler. Look at the pace at the bell here.
I hope he comes back soon. I miss him.
Sam?
Yeah.
They might have. I know he's doing a convention this weekend, so I don't actually know if they're like fully doing the show yet or not.
We got Ed King back, so.
Right? Halfway there. Hopefully when Joe comes back, he wraps the Jericho stuff quick, because that was such a waste of him.
Hope he kills him.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
one, too.
with Matt on that one.
Kayfabe.
He was so
I
good,
was talking
man.
for real.
Short arm clothesline by the alpha male
Ooh.
Monty Brown.
Well, hold on. I didn't know this. Was Rhino a knife edge chop guy?
He was on this night.
He sure was. They were beauties.
This match in particular, like this and the tag match.
Oh my god.
Pescado, Rhino. This and the tag match that is to come.
Oh!
Oh my god.
God, remember Samoa Joe?
It's the fact that he still does that dive and nearly kills himself. It's fucking awesome.
The
I'll never ever
explosiveness on
forget.
that, man.
I'll never ever forget in Chicago sitting next to Contrarian Alex. And when fucking Joe did that dive to Shane Taylor and nearly died, it was like a moment of time. Like I looked at Alex, I hope you'd seen him do
What
that.
was that,
for a while. You
Monty?
were like,
Come on, hit him.
you were like, holy
I love
shit.
that match. That was a
Don't
good
do no
piece of
love
business,
taps.
that
Hit
It
match.
was a good match, man. They did the MJF angle, so it was sick.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
That
was
actually was a really good angle.
really good angle, yeah. Really good.
Look, guys, look what I'm eating.
Bananas? Eat fruity?
So, I just saw them on the counter and I grabbed them. They're just like
Great.
they're just like gummy bears, but they're
So they're not
banana.
yours?
Yeah, they're not mine, but
Big ole ole kick.
Ooh.
Oh.
When he came to AEW, Alex, he was doing the Olay, and none of the people knew what he was doing. It was very funny. He would do the
Rhino's
Olay, and they
just-
would just sit there. Rhino's awesome in this.
Rhino's shooting, man. This match and the tag match that's going to come here later tonight particularly felt like the chaos of the evening got these guys so fucking amped up.
Oh.
Like the Rhino is on particular fire in this, but there's still much to come.
you know
Rhino
Monty
is
Brown.
great here, dude.
Monty Brown was on AEW TV too.
That promo he did for Lance Hoyt, yeah, that shit was cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Great stuff here, folks.
Manny, are you sure you're not eating
I'm
edibles?
actually now interested to know if the chat's doing a bit or if this show's about to really get interesting.
What he described sounded like he was going to be in it.
Manny,
but I
have
just
you
didn't
read
know.
the package on that thing?
No. It says eat fruity. Bunch
Yes,
of
read beyond
bananas.
that part.
And it says fat free. Nut free, gluten free, non-GEO. I don't know what that is.
On GEO.
Oh! Alpha Male in the building.
Damn. It appears that was a bit. I got so excited for a
Me
second
too.
there.
When he described them initially, I thought he was willingly, like, aware of taking them. And then I saw his face when that comment came out, and I was very confused. What was going on?
Shoot, you see how many oh no's popped up in the
Yes.
I'm telling you, man. We have our fun and we do those pay-per-view previews because it fills up our weeks. This is fucking late night Grin, right? Just sitting here watching Rhino wrestle in 2006. There's almost 70 people doing it with us on Friday night.
Monty Brown, now open it up. He's got a piece of the stage here.
I don't know if it's the right way to grow the thing, but who gives a shit? It's a hell of a
Fat
time.
Joe goes head first into it.
Wow.
Rhino is
Joe,
He called him that, not me. I'm a big Sam Joe
Yeah.
guy.
Joe, if we can like multiply you 100 times, how many of views do you think it would take to take on Monty Brown or any of these guys here?
I'm one-on-one. I think I'll take Monty. I'm pretty. I mean, I want to brag, but
Said Monty
Alex
Brown, dude.
Alex,
Oh.
and you too, Matt. You see her can fight. You saw her in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
leg kick.
Low
This
kick, faint, wait for the judge's decision and hope for the best.
I mean, you watch enough boxing to get around your way around a ring, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's the way it works, definitely. Yeah.
Dudes were talking shit, and fucking Joe shot at him with a diving scissor heel hook a la Rhea Chonan and Anderson Silva.
We were in a bar, and these guys were saying that WWF wouldn't sign CM Punk, so I had no choice but to attack them, clearly.
Dude, that shit was so funny. There's no way. No way. I remember Joe just looking at me like, well.
I was that way the whole weekend, dude.
All right.
Oh, he hit him.
Yeah.
If you look close enough, you can find skinny college Alex in one of these shots coming up here.
Because I was going to say, one of the photos would suggest she must be. There's so many people just going.
Look at
nuts.
that kid,
look at the atmosphere, dude. Look at the people.
There
he is.
There you
is.
Where is he? Where is he?
He was in the top right.
My boy, man.
Top right when they go to the wide shot. There he just pointed.
Oh, I see him. I see him.
He's having the time.
Look at that Tupac shirt.
So happy, man.
See that guy in that cool Tupac shirt?
That mom right behind him is incredible, man. She's like
went down there to slap Joe on the back and tell him it was okay.
Damn, what an
Look at
awesome
her.
shirt.
This is real wrestling right
This
now.
is alive, dude. This is like, you can see it. The people are just rocking. Fuck, man. How did it take them another 2 years to put the belt on Joe? Fuck.
They're playing the long game.
Look at this dude.
He's got an umbrella.
Man, that girl wearing that bandana.
And again, there's like 800 people maximum in this tiny building, but they make it look like a fucking capacity crowd.
Yeah, that was their actual greatest strength. Oh, shit!
Yes!
Wait,
yes!
What happened to him?
That was like an action movie set piece.
Oh my god!
It's fucking
told
better
y'all.
than I remember.
Told y'all weren't ready.
The thing is, Alex, I've seen this before and it's great, but what I didn't really think about is how good it is for this format, because it's literally just action, it's chaos, right? Look at this.
The chair came out of nowhere.
I wasn't prepared.
CTNA, baby, let's go.
Belly to belly. Yes.
Oh, that hurt like hell. Oh, Jesus. Oh, you run an edge too. Oof. Uh-oh.
There's a specific.
Monty,
Here comes the Monty.
Speared him.
Okay. Butterfly suplex on the ramp. Hurts like a motherfucker.
Awesome. Oh, look at that slide!
That's a real pro.
Okay. Monty Brown. Not yet. I'm sorry. There's a spot in this where I'm pretty sure Joe gets a concussion.
I'm sure.
I'm going to do a full TNA rewatch in 5 years when AEW goes
a drop kick. Monty Brown single leg drop kick.
Nice. Jeez. That really did hurt like hell. Look at Joe.
Is TNA the masters of this triple threat shit, man? You seem really.
I mean, well, yeah, their most famous match is a triple threat match, so that's a good call.
I don't know if that's a TNA thing so much as, some of the pieces at play. Very different types of matches too, but yeah, their catalog's probably strong for that. There's probably a bunch of random ones I don't even remember too, like the X Division guys where they just flamed guys together. Right?
Do you AJ Styles, Loki, and Jerry Lynn had several.
There you go. Do you remember when that was the TNA X Division rule? It had to be a triple threat. Was you still watching at that point, Alex? That was like 2013, maybe.
No.
Every X Division match had to be a triple threat match. It was one of that was a Bish. That was a Bish invention, I believe.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
That makes more sense. You're right.
Yeah.
I can't do a Bischoff impression.
No.
Yeah.
Who can?
It's gonna be.
Oh, good God.
That was when he was mortgaging TNA's future.
Dude, Samoa Joe, you and I have talked about this combination. The atomic drop when he would flat back on the Yakuza kick. Yeah. And he used the trash can lid.
Now he holds his trunks and just lifts one leg up and lets the rubber bump. God bless him.
Let's be honest. We're blessed that we got this Samoa Joe, and the fact that he's still doing, half of that in a more educated way is just fucking incredible.
That's the thing that's
get him, Joe.
His prime is one of the greatest primes ever.
Yes.
It's
2005 Samoa Joe is one of the greatest pro wrestlers that's ever lived.
It's just a shame that so much of his 30s is wasted on not this TNA, but the one that it's just a shame, right? Like you kind of wonder if you could mess around with a time machine, but
I think it was
you're
Ibu.
absolutely correct.
Ibu he said it right about like Gunther's been so fortunate since he became relevant his entire run. He's had good booking, and if Samoa Joe had that same booking, then people wouldn't have these like, oh well.
Yeah, because I think the reason he said that was
God.
You got this, Joe.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus wept. Yeah, the reason he said that was there was like an emerging debate about who's higher all time. And like the consensus was Joe is, but Gunther may get there, which I think is the right answer. But Ibu's point I think was spot on, which is like, a lot of that's just because Joe's creative is fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Oof.
Samoa Joe, don't take that bullshit, man. Fight back.
So coming up here,
chops.
To keep an eye out for, Monty Brown gives Joe like a swinging neck breaker on the entranceway, and Joe's head just smashes completely into the entranceway.
Okay.
So just keep an eye out for that.
You think
someone
Samoa
go
Joe
outside? What is happening?
It's probably Duke's AC.
Let me tell you what it is.
Or it could be Manny's. It happens sometimes.
My brother has.
It's not mine, actually.
My brother has
Sorry,
lizards.
It's Manny.
Oh.
He has lizards.
Yeah, and sometimes they're tricky to get out, and it's fucking annoying.
That's what I'm hearing is a cricket.
Oh, sorry. All right, folks, bear with us here.
I wish he would contain the crickets, but he doesn't do a good job of that.
So many incredible Manny sentences. Just...
AEW needs to do a better job with that too sometimes.
Oh,
got him. Got him.
Ooh, that was a layup. Ooh, Euro. That was it right there.
A little delayed though, honestly. That was poor reaction time.
It's fine. Happens to the best of them. It's a late night.
Give him that 1-2.
Oh.
You think Samoa Joe can still fit in those shorts?
I mean, probably.
Insane question to ask out loud. I like from the WWF.
Here we go.
Oh my God! Is that the concussion?
Yeah.
Oh,
jeez.
Fuck.
You're seeing stars, baby.
You can see why he got to a point in that WWF run where it felt like he was getting concussed, like left and right.
They say once that chin goes.
His face.
I wouldn't want to know the count on that.
Oh,
that will help. That will help.
Oh my God.
Rhino
he tried to get his hand up for one, and Rhino's like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, he hit him even harder the second time because he put his hand up the first time.
I've never been a big Rhino fan. He's so good in this match. He's really good in this first couple years in TNA.
That's what I started to say earlier. It's like his career was very up and down, but when he was on, he was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has moments where you're like, this dude fucking rules, but then he also goes long stretches where it's just.
I think he's still rocking with TNA. I think he's still going. I think.
You don't like the tag team of Hawkins and Rhino?
One of the strangest builds. Like when he would get jacked, he looked incredible, but when he was just like this, it's just like a potato with 4 fucking.
No! Rhino was like the only guy for that era they just like let work. He worked TNA while under contract. He had like a little bit of time left, and they said, "Oh fuck, he's going to TNA." He got in no trouble. Yeah, it was Heath Slater you were thinking of.
Stalking Samoa Joe.
Oh, you're knocking off the stage, baby.
STO. Oh,
brothers, that is an absolute all-time hoot.
That is how it's done.
That awesome.
That has less
Joe
than
gets the job done.
That is less than an 8 on Cage Match. That will change later this evening. Great match. Fuck, man.
Joe, pull up my my film pictures from this.
Yes, sorry, mate. Yeah.
No, you're good.
I should have known. I got lost in the action. We got a couple of
As you
this.
should have. We got Monty Brown right there. The sweet
Lost
tip
sauce.
Yeah.
God, how great are these, man? Look at this. Beautiful shots here.
This Wednesday, guys. Tony Storm versus Saraya.
Yeah, the setup for that on tonight was actually pretty good, I thought.
Saraya is the most consistent Rampage performer in the world.
That Harley Saraya thing is, you either love it or hate it, and sadly, I think I love
I gotta be honest. I think they're quite funny together.
Yes.
I gotta be honest.
I was watching their promo because they did this in the ring, and I'm laughing and I'm like, oh, I bet people fucking hate this.
Which, yeah, I mean, I get why people are not felt fond of, especially Soraya's stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Oh my goodness, look at this highlight reel.
I got very confused about this Hawkins and Rhino team, and I didn't want to say anything because I thought it's possible it happened, and I just forgot. Yeah.
Which, by the way, that act was very fun.
It was. I like, yeah.
Wait, what
very
tag team?
The one you brought up, the Heath Slater and Rhino one.
I brought that up.
Yeah, you said.
Well, you said Kurt Hawkins, but that never actually happened. It was Heath Slater.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember saying that.
Yeah. So, are you sure about those? Are we sure about these things that he was eating?
Well, I think there will be a lot of interest in a Manny the Hooper drug test over this weekend or next weekend or two, because we are going to be debuting a new series, folks. A shorts. There's the wig you're talking about, Alex. New shorts coming to Late Night Grin's channel. Last Grappler Standing, in which Grinners.
Wait, the guy wearing a wig?
Zabisco of a wig, May. What's up?
Look at him!
Yeah, no, because you wasn't here when Alex was laying out the whole.
No! I couldn't figure out who it was at first.
Yes, the big man, the Enforcer's friend, the Enforcers, one half of the Enforcers, living legend. This weekend will be the first one. Last Grappler Standing. Alex has seen the early cut of one of these. Quite the deal. Basically, kind of winner stays on situation. I name 2 wrestlers. The Grinner in question picks one. They advance the next matchup. It goes on for a minute. Whoever's the last grappler is the last grappler standing. Manny the Hooper recorded one of these before we went live tonight.
Oh, my God.
And I can honestly say his answers were so extraordinary. They left me rattled, and I forgot how long we had left to go. Some of these answers, on the off chance this leaves our little circle and normal people see this short, the comments will be the funniest thing that ever happened to
we need to make that happen somehow now.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite the deal. All I'm gonna say, Manny, don't spoil your pick. One of them starts with Necro or Joe, and you can imagine the roller coaster that we take from there.
Yeah, there was another one where he brought up 2 wrestlers, and I said I don't even like any of these guys.
That sounds about right.
I won't spoil that, but yes, that also happened. So Manny's got a couple, Dukes has got a couple coming up too. I kind of played Dukes on one of them. I set him up for a haymaker, which I think the comments may also attack him for. We'll see.
Oh well, I'll take the heat.
We'll take the heat.
Grin Grappler great coming up next. Gail Kim.
Factual legend. Maybe the wrestler who I'm most. Fuck off, dude. Maybe
no, I was talking about that choke slam. I don't think that can hurt anybody. It was like it wasn't even that high. It was just...
Or you was slandering Gail Kim on the Late Night Grin platform.
I think anything that happened in that 6-sided ring hurt. So I would just.
Yes.
Who is this lady?
There's that famous. She was like a project. This is her basically. This is the entire run. What you're about to see. So enjoy the ride. The famous AJ story. Him and Angle were working in London after they'd changed to a 4-sided ring, but they'd already shipped the 6-sided ring, so they were working in the 6-sided. And Kurt gave him the belly to belly off the top, and AJ said like he took the bump and was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm with this 4-sided ring thing. He said it was like the worst bump. Gail Kim in the building, Grin Grappler legend.
Why don't other wrestling promotions ever like change like the ring? You know, why don't they do like a circle or a
the cameraman always inside.
Or a rectangle or something, you know.
Circle. Bellator had a circle cage, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, but nobody really watched Bellator. I mean, nobody would watch TNA.
Wait, is she gonna wrestle in that top?
I'm not wearing one, but I'd like to take my hat off to Gail Kim right here.
That's why I was confused too. I was like, no way she's.
I do. One of the things I remember from the show was my dad reacting to that Christian promo, and when Gail Kim came out, he went, "Yeah,
yeah." Gail Kim has a good look, you know, just like every other podcaster.
Yeah. So this gal,
Sorelda,
and A1 was a member of Team Canada. We're somehow like I think a Scott D'Amore project, like this Team Canada, not Team Canada, but like these Canadian, I guess, potential prodigies or whatever. A1 was around for a little bit, but Sorelda, this bodybuilder, didn't fare too well.
Indeed. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go very well, but Gail will try her best, no doubt. We once had... Gail Kim is the wrestler that allowed us to do a Madison Rain match on a Grin grappler, so...
Accurate.
I remember feeling when we watched that match, I remember feeling really bad for them because that's that horrible crowd. That lockdown show is like one of the worst. There's like no one there.
That's the one that was like 500 people, right?
Yeah, awful. I felt very bad for them. Yeah,
I've already seen at least 2 spots in this match where in modern day someone would post a clip with hooping in all caps or something like that.
Oh.
Gail's trying her best.
Oh, Jesus.
Gail Kim's warming up right now. She's getting her shots up.
She's trying, man. She's trying. And she's succeeding. For me, at least.
You don't see wrestling like this on TV anymore. Genuinely,
it's a shame. It's actually a shame. Back in the good old, the idea of the wrestling project is kind of a lost art. You know, like let's just try this. They got to look.
Remember Crimson? Yeah.
Isn't he like a? Well, was it, I mean, I don't want to
I tried to do a wrestling project in TEW, and you shit on me. Remember that Swedish fella?
AEW had Jade on paper
you had
for a while.
A lot of your TW stuff was you would tell me actively to frustrate me, and you know it, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Fucking Lance Storm when he's big.
I need to run that back.
I don't remember much else around this time of Gail wrestling as like the sexy wrestler. So my thought is she just kind of went into business for herself, thinking this match was going to suck. So she's like, I'm going to get a pop out of this at least.
Well, I was going to say because like. That deal she did on the apron was not. I did not associate that with Gail Kim. You know.
Yeah,
not
exactly. Really... And her entrance was a bit pervy too.
That's what's crazy.
A bit pervy.
Julia Hart versus Abaddon was better than this, man.
I don't know what that other lady's name is with the regular gear on.
Well, hold on a second. I'll have to rewatch it. The World's End Grinalong coming soon.
Not happening.
This lady here doesn't know what she's doing at all.
World's End was this lady terrible until the last
there.
couple.
I know. I was there.
Oh mate, last Christian and Cope saved that show. They turned it around.
This lady looks like a VC, like when you're playing like a creative character and you don't have enough VC. That's what she looks like right there.
Sorelda's gear, yeah, it looks like a creator wrestler default like template.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have enough virtual coins to upgrade it. That's what I mean.
She doesn't even have like an S on her gear for Sorelda. Oh God.
Thank you for clarifying what the S would have been for.
Well, based on this performance, it would have stood for shit.
Got her.
Got that.
Yeah, you were right. Julia and Abaddon was much better than this. Good call, Matt. Glad you took a firm stance on that.
At least AEW had Jade wrestling like 4-minute matches on pay-per-views.
Look how bored the people in the fucking pit are. They just had that incredible spectacle triple threat match, and now Patty the Baddie's out here trying to entertain them.
Patty the Baddie.
Wow. Wait a minute here.
Patty the Baddie. Fuck, man. Come on.
What?
His last win was kind of crazy, dude.
That shit was nuts.
Because, you know, Bobby Green's a little bit on the slide, but he's a real fighter, you know. He's like...
I thought it was pretty impressive, honestly.
Very impressive.
Yeah. Green is he was so much sharper than him on the feet, but then he shot for that takedown. Dude, Patty, he didn't even need, like, seconds. It was just lightning.
Patty did that deal where he was frustrating him up, right? He's throwing those low kicks. You can see it was irritating, Bobby. Matt, what's up?
Cage Match is telling me that this lady kept wrestling. Her last match was in 2017.
Wow.
Grin Grappler.
Jumanji 100. This match is not 4 minutes.
You could do the Dukes. You could do that. You know, the young gun Grin Grappler you guys are going to do with Sammy Guevara
Papa Steiner.
Cartwheel.
Big bad booty daddy.
The big bad booty daddy's here, Joe.
He wrestled Mercedes Martinez in 2016.
What?
2.5.
Did you guys see the clip of Dana White grabbing John Jones' trading card?
Yeah, man, that guy is in love with John Jones. Real quick, before I forget, Don't Have an Ant posted Shout out to Gail Kim's powerbomb at Against All Odds 2006. Yeah, Christian spikes her on her fucking like as hard as he can, like on her back and back of her neck. It's incredible.
Hey, Alex, that lady wrestled Michael Elgin in 2007.
Jesus Christ!
Is there any lore? Is there any lore to why Daddy Pump here is wearing the medieval helmet?
Daddy Pump.
Is there any lore? Have you never seen Scott Steiner before?
Is this his thing?
I've seen it, but I just never knew why. Like, did he just go to like a museum one day and say, "I want to wear that," and then just got one? Or
yep,
that's in WCW. Yes. Just is a guy. Here we go.
Senshi.
I don't need a vaccine.
She wrestled Tito Santana in 2006.
Oh shit, it's my boy Low Key.
Wait, that was a month after this match we just watched. She wrestled Tito Santana.
What the fuck?
Her cage match score is 1.54, by the way.
Oh Jesus!
I forgot Jalen was using the dead headbutt for a period of time.
Wheel of Graps.
This definitely happened, right? This definitely happened, right, Alex? Border toss to Gail.
Yeah, I would have Gail. Yeah, dude, that one's
that's the gnarly one, right?
Yeah, it's all-time TNA clip.
The craziest one is the Doug Williams one. Remember, he like killed Doug Williams. He like landed on his head.
Oh shit! Petey Williams looks like Buddy Matthews.
She seemed like a nice person, but Jamie should never have been allowed to wrestle. She looked terrible without any semblance of athleticism. Whenever she tried to do even the most rudimentary of moves. Next review. Having watched several of her matches, I can for sure say she was not nearly as bad as her rating on this site would indicate.
God.
She was okay in the ring. Basic, but she wasn't a botch machine or anything like that. She could pull off being a big bully to the smaller women wrestlers and seemed to relish working the crowd. She definitely needed better presentation. Her ring gear was okay for the indies, but turning up in TNA wearing a sports bra and gym shorts wasn't going to cut it.
Private chat. Alex has just linked it.
Yeah, Matt, check out what I just posted in the private chat. It's Gail Kim taking a border toss from Hot Stuff.
I can actually. I'll put it out public.
Oh yeah, if you can show it.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my God!
What is
it? I won't show it for political reasons, but I'll put it in our little YouTube. I'll put it there. Yeah, I've seen that clip. I don't think I was aware because I was always confused. So that was when Gail was with. When would that have happened?
She was with AMW.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh! They hurled her, man. I almost threw her out of the ring.
The time had kind of already passed. At this point, they were just kind of relying on Petey as he was just the move. And if you've watched pro wrestling in the last 10 years, you know the damage the Canadian Destroyer has done to wrestling. But Petey Williams was a fucking phenom, man. Like,
yeah, he was a prodigy, dude.
If you go back and watch Petey Williams in 2004, when he was 22 years old, and you watch him wrestle on television and understand like placement and timing, and like a prodigy is the word, man. And it's like, he's a what if too. What if he hadn't created a move that
defined his whole rep and image and branding even? Yeah.
Because like he had a match with Chris Sabin at Turning Point 2004 that's just fucking incredible. And he had matches with AJ that were great. And yeah, you have to wonder because that's it. He just did something that people had never like conceived before. And I know people, I forget who it is. People say that did the Canadian Destroyer first, or the flip.
But it was his. Yeah, it was his.
Yeah. But the thing is like, there's been plenty of wrestlers who are famous for their finishing move, and rightfully so. Petey Williams was much, much better than just the Canadian Destroyer.
Absolutely.
A super kick.
It has to be said, and I'm sorry to go, it used to be better again. That's not my intention, especially with TNA at any time. These fellas are, they're young, and I think we're about to see in this match how far, like, along they are in their development.
Oh.
There's not a lot of guys out there right now. Like, I mean, how Lethal was what, here, 20?
Oh, God.
Yeah, he just wrestled on AEW too.
Yeah.
So it's just, I'm not saying it to be like a cynical arsehole. There's not many young wrestlers out there of any kind of standard. It's just.
No, I mean,
yeah, you're right. Lethal
you're
would have
coaching
been
a guy.
20 or 21 because Lethal started in Ring of Honor when he was 18.
Yeah.
Reading. Sorry.
Go for it,
Look at
Matt.
this.
It's totally off subject, but
Beautiful.
reading this tweet about Eddie Kingston being on Collision, it really seems like he's just coming on the show to sell the pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
He said he's on the road to a full recovery.
Oh, he
As
missed
he
it.
should,
Sasuke
dude.
special.
That's a great way to use him. He sold some great pay-per-views after his pre-show matches. He'd get the mic and sell the pay. It's fucking awesome.
He'll get a huge
Loki's got to
Yes.
be up there, right? With like all-time dipshits of like if
Mate.
he wasn't such a fucking idiot, he would still be he would be in AEW, right?
It's
Or-
unbelievable.
Probably,
dude.
yeah.
I always say it, and I'm sure folks are bored of hearing it. Go back and watch those Dragon matches. Like, he's the fucking star in those matches. It's insane. It's ridiculous to say, but if you'd have watched them, you would never have circled the other guy as being the one that would be what you know what I'm saying? It's like,
or any of the Rottweilers matches when him and Homicide would team up.
yeah, absolutely.
To me, I always point out his match with the Samoa Joe, the fight without honors.
Yeah, very
To me,
famous one.
that's like my second favorite match of all time. It's fucking incredible.
Huge for Joe too. Huge for Joe. Low-key was superb, and he had that unique charisma and presence. He just it's
Well, you
crazy.
can watch him every Thursday on MLW.
I don't think you can, but maybe.
Yes, good call in the chat. His match with Kenta is one of those like moment
my
in time,
God.
never again type matches. Because that was still one of those dudes that came over from Japan, like felt they had to prove something when they were here, and low key, reciprocated in kind.
That's one of those matches that's it's the level of execution that's mind blowing in that, right? Like everything just looks superb. It's just, oh man, I don't know. It's definitely he definitely got in his own way.
Oh yeah, undoubtedly.
I mean, look at this match, dude. I mean, it's just there's a lot of talent on this roster. You kind of wonder if, I mean, it's TNA's very ironic in the way that they TNA's very ironic in the way that it kind of repeated WCW's woes. You kind of wonder if they'd have blended the X Division more with the top guys, what they could have created, right? Like, because there was definitely a point to be made with using Jarrett as like a steady force. By this point, I kind of wonder if it was time to get more dynamic, though, with the main event scene.
Absolutely.
Not sure.
I mean, it worked well with AJ. They transitioned to AJ from that.
Right. Exactly. Now, obviously, don't really understand if there was hesitation with Loki because he's fucking insane. But
Petey.
Just broadly, yeah.
This is gonna happen to AEW when they're eventually on Anthem, and people like us are gonna be watching the old AEW pay-per-views. But there's a lot of talent on
that. When they're on Anthem.
Dude, what's my timestamp?
Your time drop. Your sound drop. Dukes.
What is it?
You only have one job.
144, 55, 56, 57, 58. About to hit 145.
All right, cool.
I
had to rewind it to see Petey Williams when he knocked down Loki. He mockingly did the crane kick from the Karate Kid. I thought that was funny, so I had to rewind it.
No one Gunkel brings it up. Jeff talks about this whenever Key comes up. Jeff talks about his part of like, man, I tried. And even as far as when they did like the GFW stuff in the mid 2010s, he brought Key back. Like he thought the world of him. He just couldn't stay on track.
Can you put "don't have an at" question up there?
Aries. Sorry, I was reading ahead.
The other one, but
this one.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Who won with the bag worse, Loki or Aries? Yeah, Aries, because Aries could talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aries could talk, and Aries actually got himself to that point. He was the world champion, and he still fucked it up.
Yeah.
And he's WWE, so he was getting over. Dude, you remember how over he was when he was the announcer, and they shot that angle with Neville?
I remember telling Matt about that. It's so funny you bring that up because I remember one time talking to Matt about that. I can't remember what the context was, but we were talking about that, and I was like, dude, they did that segment where Neville was talking shit to him, and then like he stood up to him, and the crowd went fucking nuts, and Matt was like, sure. He didn't believe me that happened.
Yeah, and they did this thing where because he had the broken orbital from I think Kenta, right? Or was it Shin?
Shinsuke.
What? Kenta killed Cash, right? You break his jaw.
Yeah.
So
I watched that segment. I remember
Aries had the shades on, and like that was so great. He like pulled them off dramatically, and you can still see a little scar. Oh, it was fucking great.
Oh man, it was awesome. Aries had that feather black jacket on too, right?
Maybe so. Yeah. I can't remember. Yeah, sounds right.
I liked him there for a while.
Maybe you watched that, Matt, but I remember when I told you that you were just sandbagging my story. So
that sounds about right. I mean, I'm sure. I don't doubt for a second that I did that.
I still think I always talk about it. My favorite wrestling moment ever that I've seen is Austin Aries taking out Nigel at the barricade. I picture it perfectly. It's just an awesome moment.
I brought this up. I mean, yeah, not to talk over this because there's some crisp action going on in the ring.
It's really good. It's a really good wrestling match, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. Like, there was that 04, 05, 06. It's kind of funny to think about because you think about who was on top in the WWF, but like Austin Aries was legitimately in the running for like one of the best wrestlers in the world. Like his performance when he beat Joe at Final Battle 04 is just outrageous. It's insane.
Oh,
and he was he was one of those guys, and still is. What a bridge by Jay Lethal, Jesus.
Yeah,
man, it's crazy how Jay Lethal is in this match.
He's already really good at this point. That's whenever I see Lethal at this time, it always stands out. Like he's already really good.
Oh, flying head scissors into a Russian leg sweep, or I guess a Canadian leg sweep. Beautiful.
It's crazy how Jay never made it to the Fed.
Well, not really, but yeah, it's pretty publicized why he didn't at the time. But we'll move on briskly.
Dragon Slit. Oh, German! What a bridge!
Another great bridge.
You gotta look it up. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know if it's kind of that you could Google, but it was very much a thing everyone was talking about at the time.
You can Google
anyway. Low key, they're trading chops here. One thing Lethal does do well, I'll say, his Flair impression gets a lot of popularity for the chop is the actual good part of his impression, right? Like that's the actual the way he does the chop is always spot on.
And there's no sense in lying about it. There is awesome. There obviously you could take your kind of your pick or your shot at some of the.
Oh my god!
Oh,
very good.
Did you hear that scream when he jumped up?
He was unbelievable, wasn't he? God.
Some of the controversy that surrounds Jay Lethal is there, but goddamn, he went from a guy like this, how good he was at this age, like someone who showed promise, to just pure fundamentalist, man.
He's been a very good professional wrestler, certainly. I
know some people grew tired of his year-long title reign, but he had some great matches during that time.
He was pretty dry, but he was, for nerds like you and I, his matches were very good.
The one where he lost the belt to Adam Cole is probably Adam Cole's best match ever.
The Uncle Alan match from Final Battle was great too.
Oh, that match fucking rules. Yeah.
That's his last Ring of Honor match, isn't it? Probably.
AJ? Yeah, and AJ says motherfucker in that match too. He goes, "This motherfucker's a dead man."
Whoa.
Rewind.
That's the one. That's the one that Seth did, and Key got very upset. Remember that? Seth did that kick, and Loki logged on.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
All right, we have a request in the chat. Timestamp, Dukes.
150, 25, 26, 27, 28, 150, 30.
There you go, brother.
Jesus Christ, dude. Knife edge chops.
He's
low-key,
unbelievable, isn't he? Oh my god. Oh my
sick.
god. He's so good. It's such a shame how good Low-key was.
In the dead of summer in Orlando, Florida, Low-key opens up a chop house.
Dude, these guys, so many of these guys were talented. But the thing about Low-key was he wasn't one that you would confuse for someone else. It wasn't like this black. He was so unique.
That's what I was like. Him and Aries. That's kind of funny that they're both mentioned in the same breath because Aries was the same way. everything low-key did, like Aries, everything they did, they made their own. And that is such like
Yes.
that there's not many folks that do that. Diving headbutt. Oh my god.
This crowd was dead, and now they're chanting TNA.
Oh
This match is so good.
Oh my god.
Dude, this is a good one for your case, Manny, of the triple threat talk. Tremendous.
Beast.
Tremendous stuff.
Wonderful.
2 really good triple threats on this show that are like totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think those guys left the ring the whole time. Yeah.
There's some pieces in those 2 matches that they should have been thinking, this is our fucking corner stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's I don't know. It's with Key, it's hard because Key always fucked up for himself. But
the other 2 guys in this match are
very good. Alex's assessment of B. Williams is spot on. It's just been lost to history because in history he is just Canadian Destroyer, man.
Yeah.
All right, Dukes. I need a time check because I went back and now I'm lost.
Pay attention, Manny. 152, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Is Conan on your TV?
No.
You're like a couple seconds ahead. You're like 30 seconds ahead.
A couple.
Yeah.
Before we get to this next match, because oh baby, it is a shame that we never got that Matt Riddle low-key match because it probably would have turned into a shoot and been very funny.
Would have been very funny, yeah.
God,
I forgot that whole ordeal. Oh my God, that was the whole thing, wasn't it? Wasn't that like a whole?
That was the first Bloodsport, the main event.
What was the one? Was that the one where Key made that video where he was in like a suit to explain his
in front of a map, like a fucking flat map of the globe? Dude, all right, LAX.
What did he do?
Wait, whoa. Matt Riddle's gonna fight Low-Key?
That was the main event of the first Bloodsport was Matt Riddle and Low-Key. And then Low-Key the day of dropped out because his position was that he thought it was a real fight, so he had done a fight camp for it.
So
and then,
did Low-Key really think he could kick Matt Riddle's ass? Is that what he
of course he did.
Low-Key thinks he could beat any man in the world's ass, dude. He's insane.
All right. LAX. I think they won best gimmick or best act, whatever the award is in the Observer in 2006. Just look at how cool they look, dude.
They are one of the greatest acts in TNA history.
Absolutely.
And from a marketing and merchandising point of view, one of their biggest misses is they didn't fully. It was there. They have a good run, but they should have done more with LAX. Because the problem is once Conan's gone and it kind of gets watered down, right? They have like Selena with them.
Oh, yeah. Conan was the part that held together because Conan could cut a promo. I mean, I love Homicide.
But he wouldn't cut that kind of promo. Yeah, he couldn't cut that kind of promo.
Hot Stuff Hernandez. It's an important thing to contextualize at this point. I was living in Denton, Texas at the time. They had a weekly. Hernandez lived in Dallas or San Antonio. And so I was watching Hernandez wrestle every week because this is when TNA guys could still do any indie show they wanted to. And Hot Stuff Hernandez was someone who I'd known about since 2004. And like he was. He
Cop Killer.
As a. He made some questionable decisions business-wise, and Sean had definitely a bit of a temper on him. And this was his big break, and obviously TNA was the biggest platform he ever made it to. But I was happy just in the sense of like this huge jack dude who I'd watched forever. I can see do these things, and people can see it now. So
Dixie Carter loved him. Mm-hmm. Dixie wanted him to be a top babyface, right? She's a super mix and all that good stuff. Joe is in the chat. Shout out, Joe. Hope you're well, mate. Timestamp for Dukes, please. From Dukes, please.
155, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
I tell you what, Dukes has left tonight with a greater appreciation of the role of Bob O'Neill. I tell you that much for
sure. I can feel the stink on that one. You know.
Yeah. It's not as easy as it looks, brother.
That was just because of the show.
Fair. Not me, folks.
Wait, I think I've seen. I mean, are they wrestling AJ Styles and?
It's not the match you're thinking of. They have a couple famous matches.
They have a trilogy. They have the Ultimate X match, and then the cage match. The 6.
This is
okay. I've seen the other two. I don't think I've seen this one.
Yeah, this is the cage match on here, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, maybe Alex was. That was Grin. That was when Dynamite was off Wednesdays, wasn't it?
This match is great too, but yeah, this is just the straight up
It's
wrestling match.
Yeah, it's
Which
the
version
match,
of Christopher Daniels is this? Is this like the priest one, or is this regular?
Just
Fallen
our friend
Angel.
Chris,
Just our
babyface
friend
Chris. Yeah, he's always the fallen angel, but the gimmick would.
Oh,
it
you're
would
right.
change, yeah.
Like
yeah.
in the first Ring of Honor show, that look he had in the early 2000s, where he looked like fucking a priest from the Matrix. Yeah. And at this point, he would have been only 47. So
that stuff's funny. It's funny to look back now, like when they call him Old Man Daniels, and he's like 35.
A gang style beatdown. Okay.
Yeah. This is a great feud, man. It really is. And there's some great angles in this feud too. I haven't seen this one in a while. I'm excited for this.
Perfect word used to call that out. I was just about to say, we didn't even call this out yet. Significance, aside from the infamy of the roof catching on fire, this was the last TNA pay-per-view before Kurt Angle signed with them. So this was like right before a huge transitional period.
So the next pape is the one where they have the announcement. Is that right?
Yeah. The main event, Samoa Joe and Jeff Jarrett in the lumberjack match.
So did my boy Angle ever wrestle Homicide?
Probably. I mean, he wrestled every week on TV.
I'll tell you.
Homicide was. It's a shame his injuries piled up very swiftly, and he never quite go for it.
He would have been wrestling close to like 10 years already at this point, I think.
Yeah, he turned pro like 13, dude.
No singles matches ever.
Yeah,
I ever share the ring.
Yeah, they did a couple 2-on-1 handicap matches. Kurt did with Hernandez and Homicide. He teamed up with the Dudleys to wrestle Junior Fatu and Hernandez and Homicide.
You know what?
They were a 20-man steel cage gauntlet match.
Oh,
of course,
off.
Bro.
Yeah, he never got a real run as a singles in TNA. He did like a little X Division stuff, but not really. And then Hogan came in, and that was that.
Fuck yes. This gear could not be more 2006, but fuck yes, dude.
Fuck.
So
real wrestlers right here.
His music is total to mid 2000s.
We have a timestamp request, Dukes.
No, you're good. 158, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 159.
No, dude, you gotta put some more pep into that, man.
No, he's doing good.
Fuck you, Manny. You do it.
I'll do it.
Oh, that'll go well.
No, yeah.
Next one, we'll let Manny do it.
Well, I'm ahead of y'all, but I mean,
it'll be like it's 11:15.
We didn't really spend enough time popping at the fact that Dukes gave Manny a timestamp and he skipped ahead of it.
Yeah, no. He gave him an exact time and he said, "Is Conan on the screen now?" And it's like, well, no, because that's not the time we gave you, Manny.
Dude, you know what's one match I've never seen that I'd really like to? Ring of Honor ran Hernandez and Homicide against Generico and Steen once. I've never seen that match, but I imagine it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd assume so.
Manny, do you have your air conditioning back yet?
No.
That explains a lot.
You live in San Antonio, dude.
Yeah, now there's a new wrinkle to this scenario. My toilet exploded.
What exploded?
His toilet?
My restroom. Yeah.
How?
I woke up in the middle of the night to some screaming, and then there was shit water everywhere.
The funniest thing is
Pooper.
Manny the Pooper.
The first thing Manny said to me earlier was, "It's been a real shit show." And I still don't know if that was an intentional hint of the story to come. I didn't think so. Shit water.
Unbelievable. Actually, that's not true. Very believable.
Very believable. Everything's believable at this point. After Manny the Pooper, nothing surprises me.
Pooper's a giant.
Dude, Hernandez is in great shape here, isn't he? My goodness. Looks like he's going to work with Hogan at the Garden.
Imagine that match.
Oh, it would be fucking hilarious. Hulk would take none of his offense. It would rule. Just headlocks and Listen to the people. Oh, wow. There's a hell of a bump. Does Hernandez still wrestle?
All right, shoot, you gotta fact check this now.
Does Hernandez still wrestle?
You're our Jamie today.
Does that make you Rogan?
No, that's
He sure does.
That's Joe's spot. He's the host.
Oh, fuck.
I don't understand the reference, but whatever.
Good for you.
We're more like Shane Gill is Ari Shafari and like
Ari Shafari! Ari Shafari! You know what? I knew as soon as you said Ari, I thought this is going to be good.
So I have an answer.
Look at this Uncle Alan homicide minutes here. Go on, Matt, go for it.
He wrestled last Friday against Daniel Torch at TWF Summerfest 2024 in Sacramento.
TWF?
Yeah. He's wrestled 10 times this year, including against LA Park.
Pop.
He teamed with Homicide in May.
That was good.
He did a War Games match in June.
Fuck. Oh, this is very good. We're going to go into that familiar sequence, it appears. No, we're not.
Oh.
In November of 2022, he wrestled Chris Masters. But that was good.
Oracle's favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
Good call. Look at these two fellas go.
He also wrestled Devon Eriks in 2022.
That was definitely good.
On MLW Fusion number 149.
Oh, shit, and he died. Oh, God. That was scary. That was scary. Hernandez's first insane moment has occurred.
That powerbomb spot, right? Or that?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is new or I've just been missing announcements all day. Or they're doing Britt Baker versus Harley Cameron tomorrow night.
I guess Harley Cameron has to show her the ropes, you know.
Yeah.
Tandem offense.
Dustin Rhodes is going to win another title tomorrow night.
What is he wrestling for?
It's him and Sammy versus the Kingdom for the ROH tag titles.
On Collision?
Yes.
Sammy Guevara still, he's back?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. He's been back for a couple weeks now.
I think Manny was...
Yeah.
Fucking Manny, dude.
The greatest.
Just live on the air. Yes. Tandem offense.
Sorry, I was interrupted.
Yeah, we noticed. You were interrupted.
So
That's how we felt. Yeah, I was gonna say. Tremendous stuff. The AJ homicide.
Look at AJ's face. He's purple. He can't breathe.
He can't breathe. He's in Noah 2024 form.
Oh, you guys are talking. Weren't you guys talking about AJ Styles earlier?
Did you just see that? He was
insane.
It was supposed to be a neck breaker, and he went the wrong way, so he just spiked himself. Good God.
For the love of the game.
Shout out Uncle Alan.
It's crazy. Like, at the time, the big talking point with AJ was like, he won't be able to walk in 5 years because of the way he bumps.
Yeah.
It's why you can't police that stuff, right? Like, meanwhile, a guy like Jason Jordan, who was homegrown WWE and you'd assume would work like a very safe style, he's had one injury and it just fucked him. It's like, it's a lottery, right? If we're being honest. I mean, obviously you can, you know, be a little safer than, but generally speaking, some of these guys, the ones you expect to last, they last forever. It's impossible. No.
And AJ too, like the worst injury he ever had was that one he had a year ago or whatever when he broke his ankle.
Yeah.
That was RVD. RVD was, ooh. God, Hernandez, again, questionable human being, but he fucking ruled.
They were a great team. I always like the big man, little man dynamic.
Oh, yeah.
It's always fun, especially when you got a babyface team like AJ and Daniels. Always fun.
But yeah, RVD, hilariously, was the same thing of like, from 95 on, they're like, this guy's going to kill himself with the way he bumps. And he really only had one bad injury, and it was a broken ankle, too.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. We got to hold on, folks. For the first time, business has just picked up. Business has picked up. We have psychology at last. What was the reaction to that, Contrarian? Because either I'm off time, Sam, or you are. What happened?
What's that?
What happened? What earned that reaction?
Oh, that wasn't me. That was someone else. Yeah, I think Manny's like 5 minutes ahead of us.
Oh, it's Manny. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw Homicide.
Oh, Tope con Hilo.
Yeah.
Okay, pause, Manny. Pause for a second, because that was very scary. I thought Alex had like an attack of some kind. I was very worried about him. Go back and revisit my tone on that, folks. I was very worried about my friend, and I realized it wasn't even him. All I could see of Manny was his forehead, so I couldn't. Right, Conan's currently punching Alan here on the floor. He's kicking him.
Let me know when y'all get to Hernandez.
Conan's got his whole Bailey out right now.
They're both in the ring now. Yeah, they just threw AJ back in.
Yeah,
Conan's on camera. He's off. Okay, cool.
Right. I have a shirt just like that what Conan has.
I bet you do.
It's very Mexican of us, just to have us.
That's that Conad, baby.
Don't be fooled by him, Manny. Don't be fooled by him. He drops the elbow. Look at this. Some heat here. We're setting up for the big CD hot tag. This is like the first conventional wrestling match since the opener.
Yeah.
And there was fire in the middle of that match. So. These are the games we play. Look at this hold Hernandez has got on here.
While we're working holds, I meant to circle back to a comment from Jumanji Hunter in the chat. We breezed past it, but he asked incredulously that Frank Mir worked a blood sport, and he did. And depending on which narrative you believe, he was paid 5 figures to work a 3-minute match with Dan Severn to basically be his tryout match to sway William Regal to sign him to the WWE. Didn't work out that way.
Or inferior program with Brock, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Shades of Cain Velasquez.
That was the second blood sport. That was the first Josh Barnett's blood sport in which it was kind of
oh my God.
Josh Barnett was the booker.
Yeah.
Frank Mir broke his arm, right? Or was it a leg?
Ooh.
What?
Frank Mir?
Ropes are so fucking stiff.
Didn't he break his arm or his leg, something like that?
He knee-barred Brock Lesnar. He broke Tim Sylvia's arm, and he broke Nogueira's arm. That Nogueira one was fucking insane.
That Nogueira one was gross. I forgot about that, yeah. That was the second fight. The first fight, he just outstruck him, didn't he?
Yeah, he beat the shit out of him in the first
one.
But
then, in the second fight, Nogueira dropped him, right?
Yeah, Frank was, dead to rights, and then Nogueira tried grappling with him, and Mir got him in a fucking Kimura.
All right. So, okay, it was a motorcycle accident. That's how it happened.
What?
He was actually asking us what Frank had broke.
Oh, yeah.
Frank had the accident.
Because I remember he got an accident or whatever, and then after that, he took steroids.
But you didn't say any of that. Well, okay, firstly, after that, he took steroids is crazy. You can erase the words at the front of that. But you just literally said...
Accusations!
You said, did Frank Mir break his arm or leg? And it's like, Frank Mir has two of the most famous bone-breaking submission moves.
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
I know you know that, but you're
Arabian Press.
Oh my God,
us
those words, man. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. We're trying to watch Christopher Daniels' hot tag. A lot going on,
Hot tag. I think Hot Stuff Hernandez maybe ready to take off.
Oh, ready to fly.
Someone alert the.
Shit!
Alert Orlando International. We have an aircraft taking off here.
It was never going to stick because he couldn't really have real singles matches. I actually completely get why Dixie thought he could be a big time money player for them because he's
and being around him in person,
that's beautiful.
He's so huge. He's not tall, but he's just wide as a fucking door. Uncle Alan.
That homicide catch was a beauty, wasn't it? Good God,
yes. Amazing.
Beautiful. My goodness. This has actually been a really good show. This only has a 6 on cage. I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I mean, great company helps, though, doesn't it? Hey?
Yeah, a lot of people know the story more than the show.
Fucking AJ Styles, Jesus wept. Oh, he was so mad at Hernandez for missing that. Did you see that deal? I think Hernandez was supposed to break that up. He fucking whacked him, dude.
Where the heck were you? Oh shit!
Hey Colt, my day usually gets depend about what I watch first thing in the morning on YouTube.
That's good. I appreciate you just having a direct conversation there. It's good.
Oh shit!
I like you didn't relay what Colt said. You said, "Hey, Colt."
Oh my god!
It's good radio.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Manny. Don't worry about it.
First time, long time.
Homicide. Amazing reaction.
And then you said something that made no sense. I ain't gonna get past that part, but you know.
No, I said like he wanted like what's a day as Manny, and my day usually starts with whatever YouTube video I watch in the morning, and then I go from there on that topic.
That was much better. That was well done. Good radio, Manny. Good job. Still
Didn't he break his arm?
Still adding tools. Oh, look at that. What a maneuver.
Oh.
Ooh.
God, it would suck so bad to take a superplex on that ring. Now that I know to look for it, you can tell how fucking viciously stiff that ring is.
Yeah.
Why did they have to make it hard? Why can't they just like
the way it has to
There's
be like
a thing called geometry and like physics.
Yes.
So you're talking about they had to make like more studs around
it's more angles. The wood has to
basically the way the boards would fit in and like the oh my god. This is 20 years ago and AJ Styles is cooking. Still
RKO.
It's fucking outrageous, isn't it, really?
Oh,
RKO.
fuck.
That's an ace crusher, my son.
That match he had, Duke said it the other day. That match he pulled out of Marufuji the other month was last month, I guess. Was like
absurd.
Yeah, it was outrageous. With respect to Marufuji, who at this point is,
I'm not crazy, right? He has Paul Orndorff arm, right? His one arm's atrophied. Marufuji.
Actually, I'm not sure. I mean, poor Kenta's arm is.
Oh, dude, yeah. I was about to say Marufuji's in that category with Kenta. We were talking about that low-key match earlier. Marufuji's one of those guys who came over from Japan, like wrestling Nigel and Bryan and shit, like thought he had something to prove. And then you go to the next generation, like Tanahashi and Okada, who would come over here and not leave their feet. And God bless them for it.
Yeah. Thank God Tana moves bad enough as it is, let alone if he worked hard on those War of the Worlds shows.
Oh, Uranagi.
Oh.
Or as the Oracle would call it, a rock bottom.
Conan was good in this role of being a chicken shit when he had to be.
Oh, fantastic. The slapjack.
I think part of it was because he was often shoot scared because he had a lot of health stuff going on at this time, right?
You don't say.
It got real bad, didn't it? It got real bad.
Oh,
Top killer. Border toss.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, my God.
God,
That
real
was cool.
fucking graps going on right here, boys.
That was awesome.
High-low.
Yep. Very good. Very good match. And that was just a teaser because they would go on to, I mean, the cage match, I think, is a TNA classic. Great match. Tremendous, tremendous stuff. The NWA World Tag Titles.
You suck out that Gail Kim Sorelda match. Think of you're cooking here. That Shelley Sabin, Spike Dudley, Abyss.
I really
Falls
enjoyed
Count
it.
Anywhere, X Division. Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. Manny, what was you going to say?
Yeah, we're the champions.
Did you see that Top Flight comes out in airplane gear now?
I did. Airplane gear. I did, mate. Yeah. I did.
fucking rules. Some people are mad about it, but they're enemies of glory.
Do they wrestle with the
Homicide is a beer bottle?
Yeah, he does. Look at Don. Look at their faces together. What a pair. You know, I recommend anyone who hasn't seen it, whenever we talk Mike tonight, I have fun about his face and all, but go watch his Hall of Fame speech last year, maybe, or this year even. I don't know. It's been a weird time. His TNA Hall of Fame speech is absolutely fabulous. I can't recommend it enough. Brilliant stuff.
Chris Bosch is playing his first basketball game in 8 years next week. Chris Bosch of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla fame.
I knew that was
Action.
What number of Arrogance?
What is that? Like what is the actual story?
Playing in
It's
a
because
celebrity game.
Yeah, it's Gordon Dragic's retirement game.
Got ya. All right, folks.
So cool, though.
Is it main event time?
I think we're getting there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do the video package and such. So, main event time almost, folks. Double J and Stang.
Stang. We got
the instant classic Christian Cage. The C's on the screen.
This is one where it says Jeff Jarrett tried to set the building on fire.
Did anyone else just see Manny try and do that the first time?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't, but luckily it will live forever on YouTube.
He did this,
and
then he switched. And then he
did the bob?
Yeah, he did.
I can't get over, and I don't mean this as an insult, but like, Christian looks so much better now than he does here.
He's so much better looking now.
I think
as an older fella, he's a very handsome, very striking fella.
Yes.
You know, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks older, but like he looks.
He's a good-looking son of a bitch, is what he is.
He's like fucking Jimmy Stewart,
he was having
right?
any problem pulling at this point, but you know, he did, man. I'm not making fun of him because I wanted to look like him, man. He went through that affliction phase hard.
Oh yeah, he did, 100%.
Man, he hit the 2000s like a motherfucker, bro. I mean, it's crazy.
I had the Fedor Emelianenko affliction shirt with like the silver skull on it and shit, and I had a couple Extreme Couture shirts also.
To me,
Extreme Couture. Oh shit! Fuck.
I think of AJ Styles when I think of that affliction stuff when it comes to wrestling for some reason.
You remember you don't remember because you're young, but have you ever seen the AJ Styles Come T-shirt?
Yes, I've seen it.
That's become folklore now. Alex, how crazy is it that back in the olden days, Randy Couture was like the ultimate legend, babyface legend of the UFC, and he's now like erased to the point where I have friends who don't even know who he was. It's kind of wild, right? Like he's not part of like UFC's lore.
You and I, the last time we were doing like just after a show, it went down to just you and me talking, and you and I were talking about like how prime Randy Couture probably could have beaten Alex Pereira, like if he just got him against the cage and like wore him down. Like people here like would listen to that and think you and I need to be checked into an institution. Like it's just like you're exactly right. It's insane. Randy,
he was like the legend at that time. It was crazy.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but the way Alex is fighting right now, I just can't see it happening.
If Alex hits him, he knocks him out. But what we were saying was, if he gets any kind of clinch and can grapple and take him down, he can submit Alex Pereira. He absolutely can.
One of the craziest fights I ever remember watching live was when Randy Couture fought Gabriel Gonzaga, and Gonzaga went on to be, batting 500, journeyman fighter. But at that time, Gonzaga was like, I remember thinking he was literally going to murder Randy Couture in the cage, and Couture just got a hold of him and just beat the shit out of him. Like it was a different game, man, and it was a different crop of athletes too. The problem now is like too many people focus on being like martial artists or being like, well-rounded. Like you need some of them specialty fighters in there. That's what Pereira is.
That's why he's so popular.
Yeah, he knows how to stop a takedown and knock people out.
One of my biggest pet peeves in MMA now is that after every title defense, people just put people in the GOAT conversation right away, and it's just like,
sounds like
there's a serious problem too with the UFC controlling that narrative. Like the fact that a lot of people
there is.
They're not even looking at each other.
That graphic's fucking hilarious.
There it is.
Man. The moving one is, oh my god.
So help me out here. They didn't have a singles match in AEW, but they wrestled in a tag match against each other, right?
Full Gear, Lethal and Jarrett versus Sting and Darby. By the way, some photos we missed out on because we were.
Oh yeah, we're having a good time. AJ and Daniel's making their way through the babyface tunnel.
That's a beauty.
Getting closer? There.
That's a beauty.
And there's the studio. That's the impact zone right there, baby. And you can see in the bottom right corner of that picture, what a haircut on that fella right there.
Damn, you ain't lying. Shannon Moore in the impact zone.
The MFer right there next to me.
Beautiful. Look at Manny.
Mr. Big Dude.
Looks like
the timestamp. I'll give it to you right now.
There
It's
you
2
go,
hours and 21 minutes and 16 seconds.
Wait, what did you say, Manny?
He said 16 seconds, so I'm ahead of him by about 7.
Yeah, it's fine. He's doing good.
Whatever.
Good job, Manny.
Good job, Manny.
Nice try.
Hey, man. They'll be watching on my time. Oh, shit.
Damn right they will be.
I missed my table.
Here we go. Live
Steve
shot
Gordon.
here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
Let's fucking go.
God.
So all three of the people involved in this were contracted to AEW this year.
There's 4 people involved, and they're missing the most important person.
True. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Ah!
I apologize. Good call.
No, but you're exactly right. It's
I like the Sting and Joe Steiner Jarrett tag.
yeah,
What
it's a lot of fun.
shows that? That's a fun match, man.
Sacrifice of 2006.
Sacrifice. Good one.
I wasn't on the street team for no reason in these days, man. I know my 04 to 06 to TNA.
So Russo just run you off, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Kurt beating Joe at Genesis was like the beginning of the end for me.
The thing that stands out, the Genesis thing I get is like, I get it. But the fact they did the whole trilogy in just 3 months, I just think it's just, I still can't believe they did that, you know? Like, that's like a year's worth, right? The Joe Angle trilogy, like, that's like your centerpiece.
Even if that, like, you could have done the Genesis thing. What I would have done is Joe beats Angle at Genesis, and then Joe in the next few months wins the title. And it builds to Angle beating Joe for the title at Bound for Glory the next year.
Yeah. And even if that timeline was too long, you could have done the third match at Bound for Glory the next year. Minimum, you should have done that, right? The rubber match at Bound for Glory.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Angle beats Joe for the title at Slammiversary, and then they do the trilogy at Bound for Glory. It's not hard, man.
And it's not like they didn't have other stars.
We're gonna have Joe tap out in the first match because the people ain't gonna see it coming.
Oh dear. All right, folks. JB in-ring introductions.
Even with fucking Christian's hair there, JB's tips are the most frosted. And he's got the collar pulled over the blazer. What a look. Jeremy Boresh. I love the fucking Jarrett talking shit, though, here. This is great.
Yeah, that's great. Great vibe to this, great feel. I have to say, I always thought JB was terrific at these.
Yes.
I thought he gave these as big a match feel as you could possibly give them for the setting, right? Like
one of the just very, very, very small touch. Something I loved that he did. I don't know if he does in this match, but I remember he would do it for the big title matches. He would say he weighed in this morning at it's just, again, very, very tiny shit, but it's man, Sting had a pretty respectable head of hair here.
Fucking right he did. I was going to say, because I remember when he came back, him having that weird sort of uncomfortably short haircut. Remember that when he had because one of the TNA Sting figures is from that era. And he's got like the Phil slick back with face paint. It's very funny.
Manny.
Oh no, it's great.
Huh?
I
was watching the Adesanya and Duplessis face to face.
God, that's a new one. Dude started crying at a press conference.
Do you really?
Again,
yeah, he did. Yeah.
I'm not criticizing because I'm an emotional cat. There's a picture of me crying when Cody Rhodes won the title, but I'm also not fighting in a cage for a world title this weekend. So
you fight Presser crying. It's kind of crazy. That's wild.
Speaking of Cody Rhodes in the world title.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it works out for Adesanya, but I don't know.
That dude's a fucking dick. The problem is there's no one likable in the middleweight division. And so it's not like I can really pull for anybody.
Yeah.
That Duplessis guy's a fucking joke.
Who's Cody wrestling at the Berlin show?
I like them both more than Strickland, I think.
What was that, Dukes?
I said, who's Cody wrestling at the Berlin show?
Pull your mic
Alex-
down, brother. Can't hear you.
Alex, who is Cody wrestling at the Berlin show?
It's Kevin Owens, right?
Yeah.
Kevin Stink.
I ain't saying. Look, it's Matt knows what he's doing. No
Kevin
one watching
Stink.
it knows, but it's just we'll talk about it in
Honestly,
the post show.
KO should probably win.
Oh yeah, the crowds have turned on Cody.
Dukes, get over it, man. Kevin Owens is washed. He's
Just,
done.
we'll talk after the
this
show.
isn't-
All right?
This isn't mid.
I'm just
What
saying.
the fuck? I just noticed that Scott
tag match-
Steiner's shirt says "Got Ecstasy."
After that tag match we watched, Joe, I'm KO's the guy, bro.
Well, I think you're doing a bit, and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean that match was 2 years ago. Get over it, Dukes. I mean, come on.
You don't even know what we're talking about.
It wasn't even a year ago, to be fair.
I watched the Grinalong.
Good for you. Oh, look at that lockup, brother.
Here we go.
Oh,
Side
baby.
I'm gonna go
off
watch.
the oh, shoulder taco. Oh,
And
he's
now-
going for it right away.
We go to school.
So telling a story here.
Whatever happened to Sting's son? Is he wrestling still?
He has two of them.
Well, neither of them wrestled at any point, but there was
Son and
plans.
Stang.
There was some plans for one of them to get into wrestling. Can I just say I really like this? I like this Jeff gear. I have to say I like this Jeff.
The yellow gear, I do
I
too.
like
Yeah.
it.
Oh shit!
When
Sorry, I'm watching a chop exchange from Anna Jay's match tonight.
fuck you, fuck you.
I'm not even
no,
kidding.
no, that's just bang out of order. No need for that.
Bang
Have
out of
respect.
order.
All right, sure. You know what to do. Add it to the StreamYard so we can see it as a family.
No,
because we'll get.
do you know who owns those? No, we're not doing that.
I probably shouldn't even
Yeah.
put my phone up to the screen. Like
Joe,
I
you
did.
don't know what's like the guidelines say you can do 10 seconds.
The guidelines say one, dude. I ain't playing that shit. We're about to do a membership plan.
Fucking hell.
But let me be clear. I'm glad Anna Jay's doing well.
She's right, Joe.
I'm not surprised at the bit. I'm saying that I'm very, very unconvinced that a chop exchange featuring Anna Jay needed that reaction.
That's
You're
right.
questioning.
Joe
wrong.
hates the red chest merchants. That's right.
Also true.
So they brawled to the commentators table, and Sting took the fan that they have on the table and hit Jarrett in the head with it. And as they're here we go, crowd brawling. Look at the locals there. Just those folks could not look more Florida. As they walk by, Sting hears Don West go, "He hit him with the fan." And Sting, I couldn't hear what he said, but he may have said, "Not a mark, a fan." And Don West goes, "Sting wanted me to clarify that it wasn't a fan from the crowd, but a device that keeps us cool." All right, there's me again up there, giving Jeff the love for.
We've buried Eric Bischoff a lot tonight, and I apologize for that. Eric, you're still a friend of the show. You're welcome on any time. But
There's
did you
Alex.
see the shit?
Alex, front and center.
Oh hell yeah! The big man is back.
Brian Alvarez, Alex.
Wow, you should have punched Jeff Jarrett.
Did you see the Eric's review of the Brian Jarrett match? Did you see that?
No.
He said it was like it's beneath Jeff to have a match like that. Dude,
Oh
that
my
is literally that's like his match.
Oh.
He had that match every month for many years.
Specifically, the day after we did the Grin Grappler and watching the concession stand brawl and everything, I was like, he's just doing like all his greatest hits, and this is fantastic.
It was entirely Brian just playing Jarrett's music for 20 minutes. Look, I like Hannah. Matt knows what he's doing, and he knows I was vulnerable because of what he tried to do before that, which is a bit we'll not circle back to. You know what you're doing. You don't.
That wasn't even me doing a bit. I saw a comment in the chat, and I
yeah,
immediately went to Twitter to find Anna J clips.
That's
Sounds
fine.
awful.
Are we
but
witnessing
I
Joe
didn't mean it
not
the way
being-
that it sounded.
Shoot, look. I think Joe's becoming a I don't like women's wrestling fan right here. This is,
Becoming.
Here we go.
Becoming.
Here we go. Manny the Hooper, give me this.
So something that does deserve a little bit of color on that segment up there when they were working by us that I remember is that
Mhm.
Scott Steiner had absolutely no issue just shoving people out of the way and screaming "fuck you" to people. Like,
Yeah. I would expect nothing less.
doesn't Scott Steiner own a Denny's or something?
Shoney's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of gone soft now. That's a shame. Finally
it does
conceded.
suck. That's he that shit at fucking WrestleCon in Los Angeles when Rick acted like a fucking asshole and got kicked out. I just love that Scott was like, I don't know him. He's not affecting my money, brother.
They're very bad people, dude. They really are.
Oh yeah.
Scott's
really
son
bad.
is in the college football video game.
Really?
Oh, the knee!
Yeah,
He's
that was pretty bad.
Wrestling's so dumb in that, like, I think the Steiners are both. Oh my goodness!
Look, man, as someone with really bad knees, man, that chair shot to the knee would have taken me out for all week, man.
Big bad booty daddy.
I don't have a high opinion of the Steiners as human beings at all, but I was still bummed out to see like Scotty sitting down for an A&E biography with the World Wrestling Federation. I was like, come on, man. He fought the fight for so long. Why stop now?
like that's one of the fucking. He is someone I will always go back to for like sicko style booking. Like thinking of like
selling. Oh baby.
Dude, fucking like 2022 John Moxley against 2000 Scott Steiner. Just thinking about like what those guys could do together. For sure, yeah. It's a shame that version of him was in that particular moment in time, really. Yeah. By the time, they certainly do him any fucking favors, but by the time he got to the WWF, he was just washed completely. Yeah. And
It's
that's why I should beat him.
I don't think I've ever seen this version of Scott Steiner wrestle, like the way he looks. Like the only times I've seen him wrestle is when he's wearing the Michigan jacket.
I mean, Christ, dude.
In ring, you saw the best stuff, but he's still in 2000. He's fun. Like he's lost a lot physically, but he's still super explosive because he's just a freak.
And he's also
the personality.
He's so unpredictable, and he'll just sometimes want to stop selling and punch a guy in the face. The Joe match has like flashes. Yes. The Kurt match is very abysmal. Yeah. Yeah. He had a couple of ones with AJ. I think there's the one with AJ where he kills him, where he bellies him into like his own head. Remember that one? He does a belly throw and AJ lands on his head. Oh dear. We have limb work. We have limb work at the Impact Zone. Sting's selling here has been very good. He's basically just, he's very familiar with selling from the figure four. I don't know if folks are aware of that.
You think if you wore that Scott Steiner shirt today, would you get caught out for it, or you'd be all right wearing it?
Well, you should try.
The timestamp. It's 2:34:04:56. Here you go, my brother. It's gonna end in 10 minutes, so you get to it.
It sounded like he was serving him a drive-through.
Chick-fil-A, Manny.
There you go, my brother.
Oh shit! Sting rolled over the figure four, which scientifically reverses the pressure.
Of course,
I used to be a Jack in the Box cashier.
Oh,
Sting's selling is actually like genuinely really good here. I'm intrigued if he just throws it away for his comeback. That would be very beast.
It looks like that's the case.
It looks like it, doesn't it? Sting could be very loose with those kind of things. He was not a psychological expert when it came to the art of privilege. Look at him charging around the ring.
Yeah.
It's basically they're basically just doing like a.
Oh.
It's just like he's wrestling Ric Flair, but in front of 800 people at the Impact Zone. Oh, that was neat.
Awesome. Yeah.
That was a nice idea. That's nice. Scotty's. I know it's
a big fat booty daddy.
Get him, Christian.
Oh, Scott's falling down.
Oh, he's raking the eyes.
Scott entirely lost his balance there at Raw.
Didn't Scott Steiner have like a bad leg or something?
He had dropped foot, didn't he?
He had a bad lot of things. He was also so fucking top heavy, man.
He had to the last Nitro. He was like crazy. The last Nitro was crazy the way he had to just get through it. It's fucking nuts, dude. He could barely walk, and he was having wrestling matches. I'm sure it's fine. By the way, this pay-per-view is 2 hours and 42 minutes long.
You should be better. Just for the runtime alone.
Oh, for shit.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Chrissy Cage.
Hoisted.
Oh my God, that Jarrett bump. Brothers or Uncle Alan.
I thought he was going to kip up out of it. Steiner now is fucking
division match. So fuck it.
Inappropriately touching the referee. Oh, the ref's in.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
So close yet so far. Oh,
I'm with you, Joe. That this Jarrett gear is fantastic. The black and yellow. It's a triple threat tribute, Shane Douglas.
It is though. We did Green Grappler and we said it. Sting fucking loves this spot, doesn't he? That was a bit of a spin on it there with the chair.
Yeah.
He once tried to run that spot with the little one in the Righteous, and he didn't know what the Righteous kid just stood up instead. So Sting just staggered around aimlessly.
Yeah, the best one he ever did. It was the DDP match, right? The Nitro one.
Yeah.
I poke House of Fire Christian man teeing him up. Joe Pesci stomping.
Uh-oh.
He's going to hit Sting, right?
Sure feels like it, doesn't it?
Wow. Shoot. Way to spoil it, man. Like
this has got a swerve on it all over it, brother.
He's
Look
got
at
a
this.
decision to make.
Oh,
he crowns him.
Oh.
All
right.
Look at Steiner.
He did it with the chair.
Christian dropped the chair.
Wait, that's the finish?
He's going to eject it, right?
Oh, he's ejecting him. Okay, never mind. I thought he was calling for the bell.
Look
I
at
was
Scott.
so mad.
Scott's throwing his arms up in the air.
Oh, man. We're having fun in the impact zone.
Scott's just standing there.
He said, "Get your ass out of here, boy."
Now he's going to throw him out. Yeah.
Oh, this is going to go Paul.
There's always some bullshit going on here, man.
I've said it before on here. That is always a guaranteed way to get a pop from a wrestling crowd is the referee ejecting the heel manager from ringside.
Still, to this day. I saw it on a British indie last week, dude. It's the biggest pop.
Oh, would they involve MJF?
No, hell no. He's a traditional wrestler, bro. He don't do shit like that.
Moving on.
He does a ref bump like a real man.
Joe, did you hear what I've been saying about you?
No. Very alarming. Very alarming thing to say.
I said he got brought by Big Freeman, like Big Pharma.
Kayfabe.
Jarrett now going for the sharpshooter.
Oh, he's fucked that up, dude. That ain't on properly. Look. He's done a Dwayne. He's Dwayne'd it.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne. Oh, Jarrett got a little bit of hard way color off that chair shot.
Jarrett is so much better as a babyface in ring. It's actually fucking insane. Like,
It
obviously,
makes
like he's
frustrating
fun.
that he insisted on being a heel for the majority of his career.
He wanted to be like Ric Flair. It's so weird. Like, he's like NWA. Like, he should just be.
Bang on that chest thing. Come on.
Jesus wept. Fucking hell.
Oh man, see, Sting should have gone for the figure 4 there for turnabout's fair play type thing.
Good call.
No, see, that's ego. He's trying to win the match.
Touche.
Thanks,
Ethan
Larry.
Page is in NXT though.
Oh my goodness! Come on.
That was a terrible fucking.
Sting's skull pin was very bad at this point.
Oh
Stingers.
no!
No, ref bump.
Now this is more MJF, man.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I don't watch him.
Either.
Oh man, Sting was not about taking that fucking stroke there.
Scotty, everything Scott does is fine.
Just the way he moves.
The fact that he's
get down
back
there that
so
quick?
fast is so
exactly.
funny.
I do not believe he can run that fast.
Oh
What
my
was the point
god!
of a jet? And here now, this is stupid, guys.
It's so dumb. This is what I'm saying. This is what just every Jarrett match was like this. That's why it became like a. You got so.
Oh my god! Oh shit!
Scotty.
He does want to be Ric Flair. He took the Flair spot.
Here it comes.
Oh, here we go.
Gotta be right. Back suplex.
Yeah, at this point in the match, Sting's doing a back suplex.
Budokan.
After all that, he's gonna.
Oh, this is gonna roll.
Fuck off.
Okay.
Sting,
Whoa!
Tell you what, though. I'll tell you what, though.
Nailed him.
If you're gonna do it right. You know what I mean? I mean, good God.
The fact that he was already winding up before Sting jumped off, like it
looks
probably
sick,
been a sign.
Sting,
that looked great.
Sting.
Christian looks cool though.
Christian is the feds, bro. Come on.
The ref is just gonna wake up to all this fucking chaos and viscera in the ring and be like, "All right."
The fact that he believes someone from the WWE, man, come on, bro.
Christian is the feds.
Jeff Jarrett.
Wow.
That was
Bischoff.
guys. That was kind of shitty.
It's always honestly, every match he has is like this, bro. I'm not joking. It's like Alex can attest.
Yeah.
Every single pay-per-view main event has that kind of shenanigans. And
like I actually like pro wrestling horse shit, but that was like
someone had a
they
tweet
ejected
recently.
them both just for them to come back 90 seconds later.
Someone had a tweet recently where they said, when Jeff left in '98, imagine he went to ECW. And people were saying, could you imagine him and Paul Lee putting finishes together? The amount of fucking shenanigans on those. Oh my goodness. Dog and Pony Show don't do it justice, bro.
Multiple double-digit run-ins.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Straight off the air, tell you like that.
They go, okay, it's because I remember people started throwing trash in the ring. And I don't know if we get to see any of that.
Well, that makes sense, honestly.
By that point, it isn't just online fans being haters. By that point, it was time to
move on. What do you guys have next playing?
To be fair, to be fair, the Jeff Sting thing about Flory is awesome. To be fair, I'll say
yes,
that.
that's I talked about in that in our Sting Grin Grappler that it built to that, so it wasn't worth the multiple years of the Jeff Jarrett bullshit we went through. But the fact that the payoff was like
it helps
all of his shit not working. Yeah,
it does help. That was a hell of a time, though, fellas.
Oh yeah. Big fan.
It was a very good show. The finish, I mean, I'm with you, Matt. Ridiculous, but a good time.
I didn't really like the match very much either.
TNA Hard Justice 2006. I don't remember much of it. I just watched it. TNA Hard Justice. I remember the sharpshooters, which were very funny. Hard Justice 2006
what
in
was
the
the
books.
Scorpion Deathlock, Joe? Please.
Sorry, you're an Augie.
Area code shot.
Hell of a time. Manuel, do you have any final words, mate?
Shout out Sydney Sweeney. And have a good night, guys.
All right, thank you, Manny.
Fuck's sake.
Manny, get yourself out here. You got to be up early, ain't you?
Yeah, I got to be up in a few hours.
All right, go on, Manny, go, because I'm sure we'll
Bye,
know
Manny.
that. All right, have a good night, mate.
See you.
Bye, Manny.
Very, very fun. There's only one Hooper. What a performance again tonight. He's just
Shout out
absolutely
Sydney
prolific.
Sweeney.
I'm sure she'll see this.
I should have the
She's-
last one of our shots.
Oh, there you go. That one's on film too, so looks particularly good.
There you go. Beautiful, beautiful. As you were saying, Alex, if you want, I don't know. You
Oh, no, I was
something.
I was just saying known grinner Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, big fan. So you're gonna be on the 31 soon with Robert O'Neill.
Oh, that would fucking.
God, could you imagine?
What would be the one question?
How'd you get into wrestling media?
Yeah.
Probably
on,
a good guess. So, Young Dukes, do you have anything to say? Any final words, any plugs, any promotions?
Subscribe, hit the bell, things of that
Factual.
nature.
Confirm shoot.
A roaring forum.
Forum. Good call.
When the show ends, leave a comment at the bottom.
Yeah.
Comment your favorite Manny quote of the night.
Hashtag
There are many.
Hashtag
favorite
Owens
match.
in Berlin. And then we got an announcement coming soon. What is that
Tuesday.
on the 20th? Yeah, on Tuesday the 20th.
Tuesday.
Which I believe is an anniversary of some kind.
Anniversary. First dance that night. We went live for the show that would basically serve as the pilot for the Late Night Grin, right?
Yep.
And the following week was our first episode. We're going to repeat that timeline. August 20th, big time announcement. August 27th, business picks up. The game changes. We're locked in. We're fired up. We're ready to go. Very exciting times. Contrarian Alex, you're involved in those exciting times, but things are always exciting in the land of the Contrarians, ain't I right?
Love it. Love the segue. Absolutely. Yeah, it's Julio just got back from man, he was all over the fucking place. Went to Peru and then Italy and shit. So like we had been recording forever. I remember telling you about that. We had like stockpiled episodes after episodes because he was gone. And so just today our Confessions of a Shopaholic episode dropped. PJ Hogan's return to form in some ways. The Isla Fisher guided vehicle. Fascinating movie. And we'll get back to recording here pretty soon, but we're just completing our Peter Bogdanovich and PJ Hogan summer project, which has been a hell of a lot of fun. Beautiful. And yeah, as I mentioned before, there may be some contrarian offshoots coming that fans of the Late Night Grin may want to pay attention to.
That sounds good. Bob must be up to his old tricks, talking, doing business without telling me. That sounds fun. Exciting times ahead, no doubt. Alex, thanks for bringing this the Hard Justice business to us. We wouldn't have done this show probably otherwise. You got the photos and everything. It was a great time, dude.
Oh yeah, show and tell, baby, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I remember bringing it up just for that. I was like, man, I kind of have the story from the show. It has this like it's a crazy, infamous show to begin with, but the biggest point is, like I said from the jump, I think there's some matches on the show that are better than people recognize because the show just kind of has it's when the building caught on fire.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I agree. That watching that Joe Monty Rhino match together was so fun.
Yeah,
it was awesome. I have an accent, bro. Come on, is this necessary? We need 3 hours deep. I mean, just let me. All right, folks. This weekend, the last grappler standing will drop. It's a short. It's a minute.
Last grappler standing.
What did I say?
No, you said it right. It's just a funny thing to say. First, last.
Huh.
Wow.
Fucking.
I deserve that, honestly.
Shoot Leno over there. Yeah, it's a funny thing to say. First, last, who's first and who's last? I don't know.
Shoots long.
Piece of shit. Come on my channel and attack me like that. Who the fuck does he think he is?
So that will be dropping over the weekend.
What's it called again?
It's called Last Grappler Standing, and it's the first one. So that'll be fun. But the big thing again, Tuesday, lock in. We'll announce it on here, and we'll also have it on Twitter too. So that will be there.
We have a show on Tuesday?
No, I'm saying like it will be. The announcement will be on Twitter and the YouTube.
Oh, I got you.
Also, another thing, last thing. There's a lot going on. It's hard to keep up with. I may have missed a couple notifications. Grinner Circle, tell me via DM or just at me if anyone uses Twitch, because I don't want to. If someone uses it, I don't want to close it, because if it's the best way for you to watch, just tell me and I'll just leave it up. It doesn't hurt anything for us, but I do feel bad that I'm missing the subscriber stuff. So if no one's using it, then maybe the Twitch dies. I don't know. But if people like using Twitch, then just tell me. Comment below on that if you can.
I haven't seen any.
The comments
was still doing it as a bit there for a while, which ruled. But yeah, I don't really see any comments from Twitch anymore.
Yes, it was spinning. I don't want people to be subscribing on Twitch and us like never seeing it.
Oh God, what a great super chat! Right at the end, right at the wire. Let's just sit back and relax on this one.
Garzik said, "Why doesn't Joe regard Cole, DIY, or Rollins highly? Who does he like the least?" I like Cole the least, considerably, which is unfortunate because I think he's just a lovely fella, and I really would appreciate if I could say otherwise. But I like Cole the least because his matches infuriate me. I once was a fan of DIY. they infuriated me with the 2020-2019 melodrama, including the one final beat match that someone should be in prison for. I've yet to recover from that. Seth Rollins, he won me over a little bit with the Road to Mania, I will say. And then he undone that with his match with Damian Priest. So the main reason, honestly, Kurt, is I just don't like their matches. To be honest, yeah. They all seem like good dudes, though, to varying degrees that I will not get into here. But yeah, I like the least Adam Cole, even though I think he's almost certainly just a lovely fella. We should have him on sometime. I don't know if he'd really want to come on, really. But, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, like, I don't want. The thing I don't want to do is close the. I don't want to close the Twitch and then someone's like, "Well, fuck, that's how I watch it," you know. So if you do watch on Twitch, comment it below. But if not, I don't want to keep people subscribing. It feels like we're conning people. We're about to do that more up front. I don't want to do. No reason to be underhanded. All right, folks. This has been Late Night Grim 122 TNA Hard Justice 2006 in the books. We hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, hit the like, subscribe, as we've said throughout the last 28 minutes. Leave comments below. Keep grinning. All how. And enjoy this outro, folks. Lock in this Tuesday. Big announcement for an announcement.